companies. But that doesn't mean if you put gasoline in your car is going to explode that day. Like the second you put gas into your car explodes, because these are really bad companies, and they're evil, and they've done a ton of evil shit. That first part's true. They are evil companies that have done a ton of bad shit. That also doesn't mean that putting gas in your car makes the car instantly explode, right?
And also the government is in on it, and also they share a patent with Moderna, and also they share profits, and there's $700 million, however much money was made, whatever the number is that these guys made off of these products. Like, this is, all of it is crazy.
Okay, now you may notice something about Rogan's endorsement of RFK Jr., which is that he did not endorse RFK Jr. He said nice things about him. He praised him. That's not the same thing as endorsing him. In fact, what Rogan said about RFK Jr. is no different than what he said about the guy in the past. He said all this same stuff in the past many times. There's no story here. There's nothing new. So Joe Rogan...
The story is that MAGA got so fucking mad. And I guess Joe didn't know how many of his fans at this point are conservatives or right-wingers, because holy hell, was there ever a massive backlash?
Totally. Yeah, it was like $1,000. It's just missing.
Just missing.
I think it went missing at the live show.
Oh.
That was the last time anybody remembers seeing it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. One of you people in the audience, you have it, and you know who you are.
No, it's probably one of the crew.
Well,
yeah, an employee. Yeah.
I mean, I know one guy here really loves lights.
AB, did you steal my shit?
Listen, if I'm stealing something, it's definitely one of your old play buttons. If those go missing, you know it's me.
Bro, take it, dude.
Just
please.
take it.
I'm always like, let's auction off the play buttons. Let's do something. And AB's always like, no.
Hell no.
They're sacred. What are you doing? Yeah, so let's go ahead and go around and talk about all of our wonderful outfits. Today, of course, his name is Ethan Slater.
It is.
So I was saying, I am Broadway SpongeBob combined with this iconic 8-year-old's face makeup of SpongeBob. But what's interesting is that Ethan Slater, the guy who I'm dressed as, his face is actually quite a bit scarier than
How dare you?
mine.
How dare you say that?
What was he arrested for? Oh, is that not a mugshot?
I think he's very handsome because he's my date today. Because I am his date.
Each other. Oh, we're so in love. I don't care about my wife or my newborn child. I just want some of that strange Ariana ass.
Play.
Beautiful.
No, but he did leave his newborn and wife, so we'd like to make fun of him for that, don't we, folks?
Yes.
So that's us. We're SpongeBob and Ariana.
Yes.
And as you can see,
The iconic
Team deathmatch.
like
Enemy threats in the AO. Weapons hot.
over the knee boot.
Whoa.
Enemy at the warehouse.
Taking the lead.
SpongeBob.
Crazy.
Hey, everybody, I'm SpongeBob. Does this look right? This is
Don't show the back.
Why does it look so weird?
You've lost the lead, soldier.
So there's only like one belt loop here and two really far out here. So I was like, do they both go here or do they go here?
Square pants.
Square ass
I don't know.
So that's what we're doing. That's who we are. Let's go ahead. Let's go around. Love, who are you?
What the fuck? 50 dude. And I
What?
got your fucking house on my wrist today.
What?
The rest of it, the house on the rest of it.
What?
I don't understand. Who are you?
I just Gamba. I stream a punch.
Punch.
Punch? Like you stream on Punch?
Yeah.
On punch?
What does that mean?
Streaming service. Gamba.
Punch.
Yeah, I Gamba. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not quite sure who he
Yeah, I'm
is.
still not sure.
Oh.
We'll work it out.
Carrot. Shito.
Carrot?
Carrot shito.
You know, I can't understand what he's saying, but
Shout out to Punch.
we'll figure it out.
Shout out to Punch, I guess.
Can we look closely at his watch?
How's on my wrist? That's more than a house.
Thank you, love, whoever you are. I can't understand. Dan, who are you?
I am dressed up as Rich Lux today.
Hey, we love girl. We love you, girl. Dan is the queen. Dan is the queen.
You do nothing wrong. Dan is the queen.
And are you going to talk like Rich Lux?
I'm not going to talk like Rich Lux because we got off on a bad start on a relationship because he thought that I was mocking. Well, it wasn't his voice, but somebody thought it. I was being insulting to somebody's voice, which was not my. But just to avoid any controversy today, I'll be speaking in my normal. But I am the queen. I am the queen. I can do nothing wrong.
You can't do nothing wrong.
We love Dan. We love Dan. Dan is the queen.
At the warehouse.
Very good. I'm excited you're Rich Lux. I thought that was such a great idea to honor a great community member, Rich Lux. You know.
And we have the chair. We didn't get this, but he very similar. Maybe it's the same one.
Yeah, like
Let
I'm
me pull up a
starstruck
picture.
right now.
I knew
It
that.
feels like the same one.
Is it? Find a picture of him.
I knew that chair would come back in use.
Yeah.
What did we buy it for?
I swear to God, I still think those like delivered to the wrong address. Because no one they were for.
No, we bought them.
No, I know, but we.
I knew they looked crazy. What did we get them for?
The 5%. No, we used them for that.
We used it for that. It was something else that I can't remember. It was like a frenemies something, but
I think it was post frenemies.
maybe. I don't know. Maybe
Anyway.
you just saw them and thought they were funny and said, "Get them."
That's possible.
Dan is the queen. Moving on. Thank you. Did you want to show the chair? Or we're good.
I can't find a good picture. The only one that I found looks super different. It's like a pink, but I know I've seen him sitting in one
What did we
like
buy
this.
it for?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that one's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got like the heart top. He is Dan. Rich Lux is the queen.
We just called him Dan.
So thank you, Rich. Nice to see you in the studio here today. Up next we have, oh my God, our ultimate clickbait title, which we decided is Colleen Ballinger's in the studio for a live interview.
No way.
Hey guys. Hey guys.
Not Colleen, it's her alter ego.
I think that this is the video that would have went over well. I think her and her are sisters.
All aboard.
But
So you,
apologies, Ukes, and what it did go hand in hand.
Fuck me, right?
Not what I appreciate.
so you're saying Miranda plus ukulele would have been forgiven.
I think ukulele plus Miranda would have made more sense to
Colleen
my eyes,
plus
for real.
ukulele. Good.
I think Colleen should have existed out of that fantasy. She should not have even touched.
That would have been pretty crazy response. Miranda's thing.
Yeah.
Funny character.
I heard a little bit of an impression there. Did you what? Don't hold out us. Hold out.
That's what I can give you.
All right, that's all we get.
Yeah, no, but Miranda's wearing a little skirt. This is Miranda if she spent the summer with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Fart joke?
She denounces that.
Wait. What was the fart joke line about again?
The horrible
Oh, when she
stage
like
disgusting thing that she did.
Right.
Is it part?
Right.
Stab me repeatedly.
In my bony little.
Am I hot, anorexic? I'm so skinny. Still funny. Dude, I gotta tell you, the Colleen apology is gonna go down as one of the best times. Like, looking back,
That's
like
true.
YouTube Rewind, Fortnite, like it's that good.
K-pop.
Yeah.
K-pop, it's that good.
Contact.
And just in the genre, like where do we go from here? I feel a little lost when it comes to the genre of apology videos. Like how do
Well, you know, we always say like they used to say, Dan, turn of the 19th century, that there's nothing more to invent. We're like, we don't need. What are we gonna do? We've got it all.
Right.
And the truth is, that's never the case. I at one point thought we couldn't ever top some of the apologies we've seen, and then Miranda came out, God bless her soul, or Pauline, with this ukulele, and you know, you just never know when those paradigm shifts are gonna come in terms of YouTube apologies. I mean, what could be next? Jeez, I don't know, like Keemstar from like Dexter-esque murder scene? From the scene, yeah, from the scene.
that would be pretty intense. Sorry about all this.
Murderer.
Gesturing to the body.
I did it.
My bad.
I did that shit. But okay, Miranda.
Okay, son.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we love it. We love it. AB, we love so well. AB, who are you?
Allied cruise
I
missile
am
away.
dressed as the show-relevant character, Anakin Skywalker.
I don't recall Anakin showing that much chest.
Really?
I think he did.
I'm not the enemy, you bastard.
Hold on. He was
I mean,
robed
he
up.
did.
He was modest. He's not a slut. Like AB.
Well, you know, a lot of people like to make Halloween costumes more professional.
Right, that's true.
Actually, I was wearing it the wrong way the first time. It was a lot more open than this.
Really?
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna open up.
Oh no, he's very modestly.
That's what I'm
dressed,
saying. That dude won't. That dude wouldn't show
He does
shoulders.
not show any chest, my dude. Zero.
They call this area we learned last time.
Enemy shell
The
turret on the field.
Arfour.
The décolletage.
Oh, the décolletage.
Yes.
I mean, here's a. Here's Anakin, you know. But I typed Luke. Oh no, I typed Anakin. That's Luke.
No, he's Anakin. He's Anakin.
You're Anakin?
I'm Anakin.
Outstanding.
Well, then here you go. I mean, this dude is covered up. This dude's basically like a fundamentalist.
Very.
No, but look at the costume. That's how it came. I put my robe on it. That's
I can see your titties if you lean over. You look great though. You want to see? You got the lightsaber. You got the whole thing.
I got the whole thing, baby.
Stand up, model it. You got the whole frick. This is like such an elaborate costume, to be honest. Damn,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Is the saber? Oh, you got the false hand too?
Yeah.
Let me see. Nice.
Got the robo hand.
I don't fuck around.
Is the
pretty sick.
saber a prop or does it shoot? Does it have any cool abilities?
It was like one of those like nice like professional toy lightsabers. It was my brother's, and I accidentally broke it a long time ago, and then I just turned it into a prop.
Very good.
Huh.
I do have a backup one.
Very good. Very good.
Always have a backup.
I'll tell you, we bought the boys these lightsaber toys from Disneyland, and I fucking hate those things, man.
But the kids loved it.
They loved it, but man, those things suck.
Kids
they're
are
loud.
so annoying.
Because they're so loud, they're impossible to turn off. They
Yeah.
hit everything. It's just so. I literally tried to drown it in water, and it wouldn't stop.
They were still making the
I,
sound.
So my dad, on all of my toys that made sound, he taped the speaker so it
Smart.
becomes
Right.
super quiet.
yeah.
Man.
They had this one lightsaber a few years ago where you could customize the sound. It's just a kid's lightsaber from Target. Whatever you say, it repeats it. And that was a fucking nightmare because kids would be like, hi. And then the faster you swing, it'd be hi, 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 hi. And it
Oh
was
my
nonstop.
God,
Yeah.
what?
that sounds fun. Moving over, we have Lena, who is also on theme. Lena, wonderful. 2 Jedis.
I'm Ahsoka, yes.
You guys will have the most Force-sensitive kids.
They will be strong, yes.
You are, what's her name?
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
That's cool.
Are you a Star Wars, are you both Star Wars heads?
Sort of, yeah.
He got me into it.
Really?
What do you mean, sorta, AB?
No, well, I like
We've got enemy
Star Wars was
inbound.
the
Lock
first
and
one we
load.
both like kind of when I showed it to her, she was into it. And I was like, all right, let's go with this. Because there's a lot of nerdy shit I like, but the fact that she was into it at first when I showed it to her, I kind of dove a little deeper in.
Let me ask you this, Lena. Was there ever something too nerdy that you're like, I can't follow you there?
No,
That's
I don't think so.
But that's what it is. It's love.
I thought Star Wars was nerdy at first, but after he explained it to me one day, it was like we got Taco Bell and we were just sitting in the parking lot eating, and he was telling me a little bit about the story, and I'm like, this sounds really cool. So I watched all the movies.
Do you remember what you were eating?
Oh, that's so cute.
No, I don't.
I was 1,000% gonna say that you had to.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
There's no other explanation for that story setting.
I was like, now's my chance.
He's got the lead. Hustle.
Leon, did you paint your shoulders? Oh, you did all your skin a little red.
Everything.
I had to
Nice.
go all out, yeah.
It looks super good.
Really good.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I thought maybe you just got like a tan or something.
Legit costume.
It's really
Yeah.
Thank you. I had to do the costume.
very good. Very good. And where's your lightsaber?
It is.
Oh, there it is.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah.
We've taken the lead.
Nice.
Thank you to Lena and AB who will.
Beautiful.
They're gonna change the balance of the force. I'm sure of it. They're gonna have a big effect. Moving over to.
She doesn't know how to turn off.
That's the thing.
That thing
It's
never
so hard
turns
to turn
off.
off. It's so freaking, and there's no off button. You have to like push it 5 times. Wait.
Yeah, there's one button, 5 different features.
Yep.
It's the same one the kids had, man.
That's something that I can't
reloading.
turn off.
Ian, tell us about yourself, Ian.
Yeah, I'm Jimmy Jigsaw because Mr. Beast's contests have been getting more and more diabolical and horrifying. I think he's about to snap, actually. So I'm just foreshadowing it. I made this is my custom Beast blade.
Oh no, not the Mr. Beast bars.
I'm sure it's not too long until he puts 2 people in a room with a hacksaw.
Make your choice.
Would you like to play a game? Very good. You're certainly onto something, Ian. I won't deny it. The man has he's got a taste for blood.
Step it up.
I've been seeing it in his recent videos. They've been getting more and more morose.
I'm tied up.
Dark. There's something hidden there.
Right, for sure.
He has 2 people like locked in the cage right now.
Yeah.
Like he was talking about it. There's like an ongoing thing where he has these 2 people locked in a fucking room together.
He tweeted out, I have 2 people locked in a room. They get $10,000 a day, and then if one of them leaves, they both leave. They turn into like almost like a physical violence. In there. But then I think I made a mistake because they're never gonna leave. So these 2 people are in like a dark room, I imagine.
Get over.
You know, eating like raviolis out of a can.
Reloading.
Hitting that chef
Collecting rainwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
But in there for like 3 months. And it's like at whatever 3 months would be.
10,000 a day.
You lost the lead, soldier.
That would be $1 million.
Yeah.
And so the other person's like, I can't take it. I gotta go. That there might be
We're in
violence
control.
at that point.
God, I hope so.
Yeah, you'd think like so.
Enemy at the cage.
You know.
That's a good question. That is a good question.
Well, right.
I'm sure that was in the release.
The guideline, the rules, yeah.
I was Mr. Beast
Reloading.
forward Rosanna. She had to bail on the whole thing.
Reloading.
The Beast Boys came from.
The drama life is not easy.
I feel bad.
Not easy.
You know, she was just.
It's not easy.
People are wild. I knew people were about it.
Yeah.
We've got a UAV on station. Ready for
Because of what?
cruise missile. Go
Of
for
like
launch.
backlash that she got?
Oh, it is 100%.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Target's marked.
They were getting.
Clear
I thought she maybe no.
Jack was
That's what they were saying. Right. I can hear
nice shot. Good kill.
Yeah, dude, Mr. Fucking Beast, bro. I told you, people just go up and give him money. People literally kiss his feet.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
The thing is, you never know when Mr. Beast is gonna bust out 10,000 for you. So people are always like, Like a modern day emperor, like Mr. Beast.
Yes, Mr. Beast, please.
Please throw us a gold coin. I throw change for the peasants and watch them scramble. My favorite activity.
Reloading.
Thank you, Ian.
Be advised.
Thank you.
Friendly
You're so
UAV
welcome.
overhead.
Thank you.
Sam, we are moving on to what are we on, Sam?
I am not show editor, but I am Mad Hatter.
Yes, girl.
Didn't Johnny Depp play Mad Hatter?
Yes, yes.
He did.
And that's show relevant because
we're such big
Because we're
Johnny
Depp
Depp
heads.
stands, Depp heads. You can do nothing
Relevant,
wrong.
very
Never
relevant topic
criticize.
on the show.
you know what? I just had the best idea. A podcast just about Johnny Depp called Out of Your Depth. That's good, right? All right, good. So anyway,
I love your costume, Sam.
Yeah.
Thank
you look great. You want to stand up? You did the whole thing. Do
Reload.
Those lashes. Show off those lashes, please.
you want to stand up or no?
Reloading.
Yeah, show off the. Okay.
Made the top
Enemy personal
herself.
radar.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I was gonna ask that. 'Cause it looks legit.
That looks beautiful.
It's based off of a costume that sold out I really wanted, so I just think this is like the same costume.
UAV on station.
Only Sam.
Only Sam could do that.
Recall.
Gorgeous.
UAV entering the AO.
Gorgeous.
Up next
Reloading.
we have Zachariah.
How you doing?
Zachariah, who is
70s rock icon Alice Cooper.
wow.
Sure is.
Wow.
Wearing my leather pants.
Very nice, very nice.
Also very show relevant.
Yeah.
Reloading.
There's a way to connect it. How do we connect
How do we-
I got it. Alice Cooper is
Be
friends with Johnny
advised,
Depp.
UAV
They have a band together and they're in a movie together.
Okay, I'll be talking out of my depth.
Reloading.
Wonder what happened backstage at
Got a
those
VTOL on
shows.
station. Ready
And
to deploy.
let's not forget our resident Snow White himself, Cameron Grants, who is a and there it is. Hey, Dab! Oh! Dab on him! No!
What's up, guys? I'm here in the forest in Japan. Nothing's going on.
Oh, scary.
Oh, is that a dead body?
Jaguar 3-0.
Dab on him.
away.
You know what's funny? After all this time, it's still a good stuff.
Few years.
Nice shot,
And
good kill.
how imagine dressing like such a fucking moron during your biggest
Target's wrong.
controversy. I know what
Clear
that's
hot.
like.
Jaguar 3-2 on
I think I do that every time. I'll probably say something fucked up today. So that's everybody. We're all here and we're all looking fantastic.
Reloading.
Really fantastic. Sam, you really bother me on Twitter.
Me?
Yeah.
What did I do?
You tweeted something that really upsetted me. Here it is.
Upsetted?
Yeah. Upsetted.
Upsetted?
It's upsetted. You read this and tell me how does it make you
Oh.
feel. Read it.
I cannot read that.
Why?
I have a hat that's and this morning my mom was like, "Can I borrow this hat?"
Keep it up,
And I was
boys.
like,
Today's
"You can,
almost
but
done.
you don't know what it says." And she was like, "What? Tell me." And I was like, "I can't tell you." She was like, "Tell me." And I was like, "I can't tell
I'm
you."
not doing it. Peeling back my coffee clitoral clip.
Awesome. That is.
Striker, we are
At least I've seen
RTB.
what a vagina looks like.
Sam, explain yourself.
Unpack.
I mean, that's what it is.
So the clitor, so where's the clitoris on this? Is it the
Move your ass.
I feel like it's probably, I mean, it's got to be under the hood, right? So I guess.
Stand down,
Get
lads. They've
after
had
it.
enough for one day.
All right, Sam, thank you for that image. Appreciate that.
Pretty fire.
We have a fantastic show planned here, as you can see by our beautiful pictures of us as children. Me and Hila in the thumbnail. How old were you in that photo?
I don't actually know. Looking at it, I don't know, maybe 4?
I guess I would be about the same age. but everyone says I look just like Theodore.
You really do. It's so funny.
And- Yeah, it is fun. I mean, listen, when we were babies, he looks like baby-wise, and Bruce too. We all starting from the same baby. Then we're deviating a little bit from there.
But when who was it? I think my mom put my baby photo next to Bruce's baby photo. He looks a lot like me too.
That's interesting.
Very weird.
That is
But when I see them next to you, it's like a copy of you.
What do we make of that?
Well, we are the parents.
Right, that's true. That means we know for sure that your gyno didn't
Yes.
pull a fast one. Freak ass gynos. Can you actually send me the thumbnail so I can pull up those photos? But we have one of everybody. And I don't expect this to be hard, but it will be cute. That we have baby photos of everybody. Have we not done this?
No.
Oh, it's the parents. Okay. And then whose mom was super hot? Was that Ian's or
AB.
Sam's? No, I remember AB's mom is pretty, but she wasn't the.
Okay.
Excuse me?
I'm just saying, like, she was just not my specific type, is what I was saying.
Looking for your type.
She's very beautiful.
Maybe she reminds you of someone.
It was Love's mom. It was Love's mom.
I think it was my mom, yes.
Yeah, can you drop a picture of your mom?
It's mommy
I
makeout
don't really
day.
have one at the moment, unfortunately.
Okay, look at this. So here is Ela, little baby Ela. Here I am. That face. So when I see this
That
face
is
of me,
so
that's
funny.
Brucey. Isn't that like how Brucey looks? But then here's Theodore, which obviously.
Oh, the cutest thing.
What am I eating? So cute.
Always eating.
Because now I see my kids.
Love it.
And I just love my boys.
Yeah.
Brucey gives me this kind of like bright-eyed, just joyous face all the
Yes.
time. So we got pictures of everybody, and we're gonna say who are these folks, and we're gonna rate them on cuteness scale from 1 to 10. There'll be a loser and a winner. So if you're an ugly baby,
great,
you're about to get clowned on. No, I'm just kidding.
Roasted.
We of course will not be doing
Ugly.
that.
I mean, let's not rule anything out.
You want to do a
Am I
tier
eating?
list? Cute baby tier list?
No, it's terrible.
It's time to play our game.
Oh.
Guess the baby picture. That's right, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm today's host, baby-faced Ethan Klein here. Some say I look like Alfredo. Some say I look like Grace, that one serial killer, Gracie. What's his name?
John Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy. All right.
Macy Gray.
Big difference. We've got a gallery of baby pictures from everyone in the crew. And the game is we are going to try to guess which baby is which crew member. All right.
All right.
Are you ready to play? Guess the baby picture. All right. Coming up here. Oh, this is I don't know who this is. There's one picture per person, right?
I believe so.
Because I'm
Ian.
Okay. So our first contestant is this beautiful blue-eyed baby. Let me find a way to open
They've reached the halfway point. Get moving.
Who is this beautiful blue-eyed baby out on the beach? Join. Now, here's my first hint. Now, when big pictures of me at this age look old as shit. This looks like it's a modern photo, which makes me think it's got to be one of the younger, which would include Olivia and Love. I think it's okay. I'm trying to. And that also drives the quality of the photo. What do you guys have home from?
A lot of dance.
Well, no, can't. The baby picture of him would be.
That's
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. It's got to be, oh, let's do a poll. Everybody at home gets to vote in. This baby.
Doing a poll. Okay.
Who is this baby?
Yeah, what are the options?
You have blue eyes?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that changes.
We're taking Bravo.
Not at that age. Blue eyes like that? And
Turning to
there's a
Yeah,
blue.
pretty blue.
In hand.
So wait, Sharon has beautiful blues like that.
Yeah.
Who else has beautiful blues? Love has beautiful blues. So it's got to be love. And I said that guy was my photo too. Doesn't look like Sweden. That's the trick. You're trying to. Sweden's got to be.
Vacation somewhere.
Let's try.
Confident with your.
Well, let's do the photo. I mean, well, it's just you and Love that have beautiful blues, isn't it?
Sam has blue eyes.
Sam has blue, beautiful blue. So do that then.
We're on Alpha.
Must be Sam, Love, and then.
And love.
Trying to be
No, they're his are blue. We discussed.
Based on the quality of the photo and the beautiful blue. Now that I'm looking at it, I feel like I see love.
Makes two.
Me too.
People are fun though. Most say it's love, but in second place, it's
Interesting, interesting.
Now who is this baby here? Okay, this is the baby. And here we have here's the beach. Beautiful blue. Again. Now this is the age where it can.
Yeah, that's the age where you can't tell anything.
But those are beautiful.
Bravo secure.
See a long tail going on. Get
That changes too.
Yeah. Got the cone head baby.
Libya's about to cry over here.
I do think they are beautiful.
How small?
Dan? Again, I think it doesn't look like Dan orders shit.
Could be.
And I do believe that this baby's blue eyes translated into adulthood.
Objectives. Take the third.
The young adulthood. So, essentially, it's got to be either Sam or Love, in my opinion. Blue eyes, that's it. So let's go. Sam? Or is it? Wait, Love. Well, maybe so Sam.
Personal radar over. Allied UAV overhead.
Yeah, it's gotta be Sam. Let's hold it up. Who is that?
You want to press the call?
Yeah, that's our final.
Securing Alpha.
Okay. Love, you can go ahead.
Eagle on station.
Baby into the Sam category.
Now, this is an interesting one, and I'll tell you why.
Contact. Enemy in the
This person is old. Whoever this is an old fuck. Gotta be pushing 30 at least. You can tell. You know.
Faded, saturated. It keep walking. It's also strawberry or
Very light. I mean, that could also change the hair texture.
Allied precision airstrike. Allied UAV overhead. UAV is ready for flight.
I don't know. The hair changes like that. Well, how old are you, Cam?
Forgets the score. 5-4. I'm holding Charlie.
What is that?
like 43, same age as you.
He is ready
It doesn't look like Dan, but
Well, AB.
Losing B.
AB.
Allied cluster strike incoming.
Wait, what about you?
UAV beginning flyover.
You're so young. Enjoy it.
You basically score, baby.
Enjoy your life.
That's my order.
I mean, it could be
Enemy counter UAV. We've lost
maybe it's
radar.
AB, you think?
Enough of this. Fall back.
I
We
could
will
see
return.
that.
You know,
It makes more sense than Cam, and I just don't think it's. I don't think it's 39. You walk around at that age?
Not this weekend.
I think it's AB.
I'm going AB. Is there a lot of AB in the chat?
I think so.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm seeing
I
AB. I'm seeing Ian a decent amount in here. And we
wait,
haven't really
Ian?
considered Ian.
Hold on, Ian's
That's
kind of
interesting too.
Ian, how old are you?
Ian's 29 as well, I believe, right?
No,
That is correct.
AB's 31. Old
No.
as shit.
Cam is 29, I said.
You know what? It could be Ian. Gee whiz, man.
Gee whiz. Gee willikers.
Let's do a poll. It's gonna be either AB,
Ian.
Cam, Ian.
The poll is leaning AB, although Ian's getting a good amount of support too. Not much Cam. Cam's down at 11. Ian is
It's kind of
rising.
getting close.
It's
Yeah.
Ah man, I feel like
leaning AB though.
I feel like I do. If I see anybody's face in that, it's more AB
Me too.
than Ian's. That is not an
Especially-
English baby.
Like the angle. What?
It's not an English baby.
I don't know what that means, but
Yeah,
They're just smug.
you can tell.
the angle where AB was right now in camera, it really looks like that picture.
I think that's AB. I'm gonna say it's AB. Thank you for your participation on this. Very close though, very close.
Okay. So we're going with AB over there. Cool.
Okay.
Team
Very
deathmatch.
good.
All right.
We're clear to
Rolling
engage
right
all
along.
threats.
Up next, we have
Another baby.
wow. Wow. Here's a baby. Who is
Changing back.
this happy little child with a giant balloon? Who is this child?
We've pulled ahead. Changing back.
He's got also beautiful blues.
Old picture.
It is an old picture.
Right. So this person, I don't want to say is
Enemy in
super
the warehouse.
fucking old because that'd be rude, but because they're young and beautiful.
That would be, you would never say.
Changing back for launch.
God forbid.
But that photo is a little aged.
One down.
Yeah. Little aged.
Changing back.
A little ageist.
Push out.
People are saying,
I don't know if
I
they
see some
saw
people
it
saying
yet.
Olivia, but the photo's so old, you guys.
I think that looks just like Ela.
Really?
Yeah.
The audience is quite torn.
Also, you're being oddly polite, which makes me
Gotta reload.
think that maybe.
What way
it
am I
is-
being oddly polite? I don't even know what you're talking about.
You're like this. No, not too old. I don't want to say.
Well, I can tell that whoever's in this photo is going to be whoever they are. It doesn't matter how old the photo is. They're going to be beautiful and youthful and they're ageless.
Probably successful. I could see them as like a CEO or something.
I don't know what you guys are on about.
Right.
It's Ela. I thought it was obvious because you're in the thumbnail. But so that is Ela as a baby. I've seen so many photos of the baby that I know.
There he is.
Baby one.
Baby one. Clothes, you told me you used to always do that.
Reloading.
I
Ship ready
can't
for
tell.
tasking.
This looks like maybe that was mine.
Wow, this is a really weird photo. It's so close. This is the closest baby close-up I've ever seen. Oh, it just opened huge on my. Like this. Who is this child? Who is this child?
I don't know, but it's making Lena die laughing.
I feel like it's Zach.
Enemy at the center.
Zach? But why is Olivia laughing so much? Olivia, why are you laughing?
I immediately knew
Requesting flyover.
Okay, hold on.
Are you guys gonna say it?
No, well, hold on. Let me see.
Oh.
I was gonna say Olivia. Why is that funny?
Olivia was cracking up when you first opened the photo. I don't think it's Olivia.
But if that's Eva was cracking up when her photo was on.
You know,
Kind of. That's Cam. That's Cam.
Clear them out.
Got him. People think
Changing back.
no, it's not that. That's not a Jewish baby. I can tell him when I see him.
Freshly circumcised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so happy in the.
I agree. If it's not Zach, then I would go with Cam.
I see Cam. I see it. I'm willing to just. A lot of people are saying Keelan though. Some people are saying Zach. Maybe you should throw it to the polls. Let's do Zach.
I feel like Cam's gonna be such a wild card. We're just not gonna get. We're not gonna pinpoint it.
I'm gonna know him when I see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna know
so?
him. Let's do
Reloading.
Cam.
Me and Zach.
These answers are all over the place, frankly. I know it's not Zach. That is not Zach. What is so fucking funny? Okay, Cam is overwhelming the polls here with 63%.
Oh wow.
What are you showing me?
All right. Hold on.
Enemy at the portal.
Sick, bro.
This man is sick.
Lena.
Enemy spotted.
Just like that. Give me the baby ball. Oh, the baby ball. You should take my brain for the baby. Oh, that's so cute.
Can't see it as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right here, let me got complicated. There you go.
Oh, that's fire.
There you go.
This is Falcon
Yeah.
3-0.
This is totally fine for children.
Beginning flight.
Sure, but I mean, when I'm running for him, this is gonna be a first.
Yeah.
Just to make sure he's running at
Missile
optimal.
go for all.
Fine tune.
Kind of a positive. What would happen to a baby who just drank?
He turned into fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Setting him on.
Would not do well. It would not fare well.
Turning to resupply.
That is not something I would recommend to do.
Oh,
Reloading.
No. Up next, we have this. I know who this is.
Okay, Axel.
Now,
Hold
this
it
is
in.
a Jewish thing.
Falcon 3-0. Precision airstrike
Right
on the way.
Do I know what I'm talking about? How old are you, Zach? Right, and this child is a little older, so it would be closer. Who else has that dark of hair?
Piece of shit. I know a Jewish baby when I see one.
Well, Cam has dark hair, as does Olivia and Ian. I mean, like everybody.
It's like black hair, dude.
But Cam's not Jewish.
That's why it's not him.
Reloading.
This is Zach.
All right.
Nobody else got an opinion on that?
I mean,
it's your call, ultimately.
Enemy at the warehouse.
I mean, I think that, you know,
I'm pretty sure I know. There's no shot that's Ian. People are saying that's Ian. Are you?
The thing is, the hair color, especially in like an old faded photograph, I don't know if you can trust your eyes. You know,
got this.
That could be much lighter than it appears in that photograph.
No, that's Zach. Let's see what Hilo thinks.
It should be coming back in a second. I see a lot of Ian in the chat. Should I do it?
You
just,
can
just
do Ian
see
and
what
Zach.
the
Yeah.
Ian and Zach.
How could you say that's Ian? Shame on you guys. Just trying to trick me.
I don't know. I mean, the face. You can maybe see.
Friendly shield
Also,
turret
he's got
deployed.
rosy cheeks like Zach has. Zach, you have rosy cheeks, right? Yeah. Look at the rosy cheeks. Beautiful rosy cheeks.
He could have been playing, you know, could have just had a lot of sugar.
Yeah, hyped up.
I guess the Ian people are the silent but loud, because 77% are saying exactly.
You scored a victory. Let's have another.
Right, that doesn't make sense. Small but loud.
You're right. Okay.
Right. So I think let's see what Hila says.
Okay.
Hila, who is this child?
Who's that baby?
Who is this child?
Huh. Oh my gosh.
Show us.
Wait.
Dude, Zach. You wouldn't.
Oh my
you wouldn't. It is Monday, February 20th, President's Day.
That's right.
But guess what?
Give it up for the presidents.
We don't care about I don't know what's the hip hop line. They go, the dead presidents don't represent me.
We don't care.
Right? You know that song? Down for dead president. It's like Nas, I think.
That is Nas, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, apparently I'm the only hip hop head here.
So true. You're so real for that, Ethan.
I know. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, guys, it is President's Day. I hope you guys are having a nice day off. You know us. We come in, we work. It's Monday. We're here to entertain you. Rain, shine, presidents or no presidents.
The presidents, they never get a day off, so we're honoring them by being here today.
Well, they actually probably get like way more time off than any of us.
24 hours. They're on call, baby.
How long was Trump golfing? Like 6 months of his.
He's working. That's
every
work.
year.
That's work. You wouldn't understand.
We're talking
high value alpha males when they're on the golf course. That's work, dude. No.
Closing deals, hitting balls.
I had a beat off.
Who's this episode brought to you by?
Thank you so much to our glorious and wonderful sponsors, Kudos and Stamps.com, who we love. Now, we've got today a very interesting episode. We're having a special caller in an hour that I'm going to be having a conversation with, and I'm very, very, very excited about and looking forward to this conversation. And I hope you guys stick around. I don't want to spoil it, but I hope you guys stick around for that, because it's going to be very, very interesting.
Get out there. Promote the company.
For our really lovely guest, Frank. Interesting guy, and with an incredible background.
It's not on.
I wish
that's what the chat's all saying.
I wish.
We're still working on it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he needs to. Come on, give me that response.
And no, it's not Jordan Peterson either. It's nobody that anybody will ever.
Nobody will see it coming.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael, for the gifted. One of the most interesting dudes ever with this incredible background, and he's accomplished something that people thought was impossible, and that people said was impossible. Yeah, so I'm genuinely excited. I'm not kidding. Some of y'all probably think I'm kidding. I'm not. Also, just heads up, that Teddy Fresh last sale is still going, although I think a lot of this stuff is gone. It's moving fast, folks. Chance on Rick and Morty gear. A lot of people bought this even after my enthusiastic sales pitch of the Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty, guys.
Changing back.
Good for wearing in the house when you're by yourself. Probably not even good for when there's guests there. You know what I mean? 'Cause then it's do all this stuff, and you support him, yes, you don't want to wear that. Like this, for example, this Rick shirt, that's a tough sell. Because he did the voice for Rick. Everybody's gonna die. Teddy Fresh. Really nice, cool graphics. But, yeah, you can't wear that outside. So there it is. Huge discounts, $18 for that. Thank you, Teddy Fresh.
Changing back.
Oh, there's last chance here. Just put that. Money. Give it to you. Thank you for more importantly, today's my birthday. Let's go. Happy birthday, Mike. My dick's here. Very nice. Got him. You got him. Good. Also important show note.
Changing back.
I just plugged the toilet before we went live. I was panicking.
Coming actual. Requesting flyover.
I was sitting in there. And it wouldn't go down. The water line is dangerously high, by the way. Because you know, whenever it clouds on your hose, you throw up a prayer, you say, whatever, sometimes the pressure sucks it down, there's a divine intervention, and it goes down. So I held the thing down. The flusher?
Toilet seat handle?
Flusher. So I held the flusher down. And then the water comes through it. I'm like, okay, I gotta stop. And there was no plunger in there. This was like 2 minutes before the show was gonna start. I left up everybody in panic. The whole group said the police squad don't know what to do. I can't leave this here.
Revenge.
The turd. Yeah.
It's called a flapper, by the way.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. I never heard that in my life.
Me either.
A toilet flapper? Ain't nobody calling.
There's shit all ahead.
Maybe people in the biz.
What? No, wait, it's not a flapper. The flapper's inside.
Okay, bro.
It's confusing. Hold on, okay. The diagram was pointing at it, and it said this is the flapper. But then when I read it, it says that's at the base. All right, come back.
Google
to me.
letting you down. Yeah, these Google like suggested answers.
That's what we need AI, bro.
Reloading.
They've gotten so bad.
Tank lever, it's called. Tank lever.
I'm seeing.
Lever. That's like so.
I'm seeing tank handle.
Who said that first? Who said that first? I said lever.
The valve, the flush valve, the seal, the lever. Okay, the lever, the tank lever.
Tank lever.
The bowl, that's where you shit.
Right, that's the shitting chamber.
I feel like bowl doesn't adequately. Bowl reminds me of something I have cereal out of. Not something I.
Right, I don't like it being called bowl either.
So, what's the state of the bathroom right now?
Yeah, so I knew I had to come do the show. I didn't want to be too late, so I quit. Do not go in there. I'll take care of it after the show. There's another bathroom for you guys.
Yeah.
Panic.
We're okay.
But I'm hoping
You're not allowed to use that other bathroom though, by the way.
But I'm hoping that in between now and the end of the show, God will have done his thing to intervene.
Sometimes it does work that way, you know?
It really does. It really does. And so I say up a prayer to God, Allah, Adonai, whoever the fuck's up there.
Beauty.
The God of their turds in the toilet.
Human fecal matter.
I think that's you.
Oh, I'm a God. Thank you. I'll take godhood.
That's the good bathroom, by the way. Just because the audience doesn't know that's our good bathroom that got clogged.
Beauty.
That's the good one?
That's the good one, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, that's kind of just what happened. It was kind of pressing on my mind, kind of like the turds on the bottom of the toilet pressing. And I wanted to share that with you guys. So happy Monday. Happy Monday. Into the toilet. Yes. Thank you. So let's see. We got some top of the stuff show. So let's just have some fun. And then at 1 o'clock, we'll jump into this conversation.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Yeah, on Friday, we did a call to arms to all of our video editing FUPA troopers out there to do their worst with a bunch of green screen footage we took. Now, submissions are still open. This tournament ends next Friday, right?
Yep.
Do we want to clarify on where to submit these? Because we didn't really. Just post this to the Reddit. We're going to see them all. Okay. Post them to Reddit, Ian says. So here's just an example of some of the good ones that have been floating to the top that I think you guys will enjoy, maybe to motivate some of you guys, but here it is. I've been surprised, man, by some of these.
Hey, watch where you're going. Learn to drive, you fucking old dumb bitch. Hey, watch where you're going. Get the fuck out of
It was me. I caused the crash. Oh, man. It was me. That was great.
Oh, fantastic.
I don't know nothing about nobody. All right?
That's all.
Awesome. Awesome.
Domination.
Some really creative applications, I must say. I thought that was great. That one comes from a wonderful super trooper named
We've got control. We're holding Bravo.
Netpiz. Here's the Gordon Ramsay pesto one. Oh, brother, this is going to be rough.
The chefs are preparing. Customers are getting ready to eat. But Gordon steps in.
Cook me a lunch out of this kitchen. So that's the pesto.
Oh, dude, that was just my shit. I can't. That's literally it. The white tank and everything. Wait, is that my shit? I think that's actually my shit. Oh my God. That's my diarrhea.
Securing Charlie.
Bro!
Back up at Alpha.
I had for lunch. I've eaten this shit. How dare you?
I'm sorry, Mr. Ramsay.
We've lost Alpha.
Oh my God. That was shocking, actually.
Changing mag.
And of course, a mobility Mary one. Rest in peace.
We're taking out.
The pesto one was brought to you by the fill up with food. Hopefully not the pesto. Here's my girl Mary.
Who's
Shout out
crying
to
now?
The creator here,
Reloading.
Tanner. Tan.
Hey, watch where you're going. Learn to drive,
Securing Charlie.
Very good, very good. And there it is. I mean, lots of good stuff happening here. So keep them coming, you guys. This is super fun. The winner gets 500 clams.
We're taking Charlie.
Second place, 300.
Incoming ramp.
Third place, 100.
Securing C.
Jesus, thank you. So that's fun.
We're holding all points. Defend. You'll need it today.
I haven't watched this. So we blurred this out. Aiden Ross now. We talked about how he's starting this new platform where he can just basically do fraud there for the time being, of course. It will catch up with him. So he's just been streaming straight up prawn.
Need backup at
Yeah,
Alpha.
fuck you.
Is this blurred enough?
Yeah, it is. It's double blurred.
It's like mega blurred. Can't even.
Yeah, okay. It looks like a. So why is he doing this?
What do y'all want?
Why? Just because he can?
I think so.
What do y'all want to watch, bro? I don't support porn. Like, I don't support this shit.
We've got two
Fuck y'all
objectives.
want to
Lock
watch?
it down.
I don't support this shit.
Friendly counter UAV and
Some of those pictures are still very. It's almost like a hard. Like you see the colors here.
The fuck y'all want to watch?
That's good, Grant.
I don't support this shit.
securing Charlie.
Like there's so much heat going on there. Like what's happening there?
Securing
Makes you
Charlie.
wonder.
Friendly care package inbound.
Why do you think this is a flat? It's off. Yeah, this one. This website's so good that people drop porn and do fraud.
On screen. Is that bad? What?
Friendly counter UAV active.
Do what?
Videos for them. We're holding true. We have the advantage.
Have you ever seen Two Girls, One Cup?
This is dumb. Stupid. Idiots. Yeah, so that's that. Just a little update. I guess people are mad because we don't know the age of his fans.
Well, at the end of that clip, he realizes, and like, wait, chat, how old are y'all? And then you see on the sidebar, I mean, it's kind of
Hey, you know what's great about this chat? They don't have verified sure checks. It's all free, baby. It's free. Free speech. Free speech. Wait, so here.
Do you not like free speech?
Alpha secure.
Not as much as Aiden Ross.
Securing Bravo.
To the chat, bro.
We're holding all points. Defend. We've lost Charlie.
Chat, do y'all still beat your meat, yes or no? I don't want to watch this shit either, bro. It's bad.
Like, what the fuck you got pulled up?
Yeah, this is stupid as fuck, huh?
Yes.
You get a little hard?
No. Kill it.
That's funny.
We're taking Charlie.
like right here.
Wait, how old are you guys in the chat, bro?
We've got two objectives.
Yeah, so you know Aiden Ross fans are mostly little kids. Like they're in third period right now watching on their iPhone.
Kids love Hitler.
Yeah, bro. This is who you become.
Okay.
This is who you become, bro. You're literally showing porn to children.
Assist your
Look
team
at
at
the
B.
Chad's like 15, 14, 16, 9,
14. Also, these kids are watching, who knows, they're on the playground, they're with their friends at fucking Applebee's. You know, there's got to be some expectation that you're not going to pull up certain types of things. Church.
Inbound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hostiles are taking Charlie.
What episode y'all want to watch?
So that actually might be.
Lost Charlie.
I wonder if there's usually a legal to show that.
Taking Bravo.
Like,
back.
Possibly. You know what I mean? Because like if you go to like Pornhub, they have some age gating where they're like, hey, you consent that you're like 18 or whatever, old enough to view this.
You're needed at B.
But Aiden doesn't have the ability to do that. And that makes me wonder.
And the website does have TOS, so the website says, oh, you can watch this website when you're 14 or whatever, probably. So there's a common like agreement that there are 14-year-olds on the site.
Right, that's what I understood. 14, yeah, that's not old enough for.
Yeah, that's not because the website doesn't say 18, right?
I'll be honest, the shit you see on Pornhub, you're never old enough, honestly. and this is after they've cleaned it up. You remember before there was like they erased all unverified content, and now looking back, I'm thinking like how crazy it was.
Did they get sued big time or something? Or like?
Yeah, they were in some trouble. I think about some of the stuff being like.
Some of the girls were underage or some shit.
Yeah.
Because they
didn't actually.
There's just too much content. Yeah, that they were submitting.
Right.
Crazy, huh?
Quoting milk porn.
Well, shout out Aiden Ross. He's definitely on a winning trajectory here. So love to see it. Doing great, man. Keep following Andrew Tate, man. Alhamdulillah, or whatever. He's become Muslim, right? Crazy. Super Bowl Week 1 and porn. They're off to a great start. Yeah, they really are. Well, okay, I don't want to talk about that shit anymore. It's like they're owned by state. It's already owned by like a mafia criminal organization. There it is. Okay, this pissed me off. And I'm pretty sure that the reason you don't see it trending more on Twitter is because Elon's censoring it. Once I'm trending, or the For You page. But everyone's getting this message. You must remove text message two-factor authentication. Only Twitter Blue subscribers can use the text message two-factor authentication. It'll just take a few minutes to remove it. You can still use the authentication app and security. avoid losing access to Twitter, remove it. So you have, so the burden is on you to go remove a service that they offered you, or you'll get banned. You'll lose access because of a fucking security method that they offered you. Now, what's crazy is they said that the text two-factor is unsafe, and that's why they're removing it. Which, of course, makes no sense, because then why would you offer it to Twitter Blue? If it was unsafe, you wouldn't offer it to Twitter Blue.
You would just turn it off.
He knows that. I would assume 99% or even more use the text.
Yeah, I mean, I think that using the Authenticator app is more secure. Like, that's not false, but like you said, if that was the concern, they would just remove it entirely, not put it behind a paywall.
Money!
Right. Yeah.
Money!
Can you get... They wrote somewhere where they justified it as it wasn't secure enough. Can you guys find their statement on that?
I don't think it was. It was just like.
Or maybe it was Elon.
It was just a must tweet. I mean, that is all of the communication from Twitter nowadays.
This is all
just random tweets.
So I'm sure that 99% plus are using text two-factor, and let's be honest. For the vast majority of people, that's enough. Nobody's trying to hack into your fucking account. Who's like, you know, Kevin, who works at fucking Chase Bank. Well, maybe Chase Bank. Well, that's pretty secure, actually. Pretty sketchy. You know what I mean? There's no social media platform that has ever done this, and also who doesn't have text verification, because it's the most standard, and it works great for most people. It's better than nothing. And the result of this is going to be that it's going to turn off for 99% of the people, and then... As he says he's worried about their security, well, you know 99% of the people that gets turned off are not going to switch over to the app or security key.
Right, just turn it off.
And then all these people are actually going to be at a massive high risk of getting hacked. Do you know, like, two-factor is not perfectly secure, but you have to, like, social engineer your way into the mobile carrier and have them send you a SIM card. Like, it's not easy to do.
Right. To everybody, like you said. And if you're a high risk actor, you're like a big account or something, you probably should use an authenticator.
It's not easy.
Text is infinitely better than nothing.
Change it back.
This whole notion going around that text isn't good. It's so silly. If you're not a famous person or public figure, you're not really at any risk at all. It's just so silly. Now, are they actually going to do this? He says to avoid Twitter, remove text message authentication by March 19th. So are they? There's no fucking way to block everyone that doesn't. Because
I think at that point, you just won't be able to continue into the app until you do it.
Okay, I see.
Like, you won't get, like, banned or...
Yeah. I'm not doing it.
Well, you probably don't use that, do you?
I have a few options on.
Okay.
I usually like to have a few options on.
Right.
This is so fucking pathetic. I read this, and I'm like, this is so pathetic. But it's cringy. This man is so embarrassing. You have to pay $11 a month for the privilege of having the most basic security protocol on one of the biggest social media websites.
I don't think this is exactly what you're asking for, but I saw this, and this was interesting too. Or he's replying to Mark Ass Brownlee.
I think I sent the one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Marcus is, of course, pointing out that this is a horrible thing. Elon is responding. Twitter is getting scammed by phone companies for $60 million per year of fake F2A. Shut the fuck up. No, you're not, idiot. Paying $60 million a year from SMS text. Like, he's the only company in the world that has two-step text verification. Every fucking...
Also, what does that even mean?
I guess he's saying that...
Wait, wouldn't the fake ones wouldn't that definitionally be the times that it's like successfully blocking somebody.
Twitter's getting scanned by
like if
phone
it's
companies.
fake, that means
He thinks phone companies are colluding to send a bunch of fake texts so they can.
I mean, yeah.
That is beyond so dumb. You can find like Club Penguin got two-step text. You know what I mean? They're not complaining about getting scanned. You're an idiot, bro, and you're so cringe. People actually like this guy. It blows my mind. You can't blow smoke up Mark Ass's ass, bro.
He's too smart for that. He'll get
Fortnite.
Here's the here AB.
Oh, here was his reply.
Twitter should definitely steer people to Authenticator app and their messaging of removing this feature. Most people just do SMS two-factor because it's the easiest thing. Now all those people accounts are less secure. Thank you, Mark Ass.
Yeah.
I love him, by the way. He's such a great guy. He was on our show a while ago. He's such a great guest, sweet guy, smart guy. He said he'd love to come back on anytime. Maybe it'd be a good time to check back in. Was that before the Will Smith?
I think it was actually.
Mark
it was a very early episode. I want to say it was like 2017, first year of the podcast.
He's awesome. I have so much respect for him. MKBHD, Marcus Brown Lee.
2018, January.
God damn. That was a long motherfucking time ago.
Yes, indeed.
5 years, eh?
That conversation, I'd actually be curious to go back and listen to that because I'm pretty sure like an hour of that episode is you and him sucking Elon Musk's dick.
Yeah, you're right. That's fucking funny. But
and now here we are talking about him arguing with Elon about how he's doing a stupid thing, and we all fucking hate Elon here.
Hey,
Lot can
listen,
change.
5 years can change a lot, man. That's the story of my life. If I look back every 5 years, it's changed a lot. I would love to get Marcus. Maybe we should reach out. I can reach out to him. Here, let's see what this dumb fuck said. Use of free authentication apps for F2A will remain free and are much more secure than SMS. Then why are you paywalling SMS? You fucking moron. Like, you're so dumb that you would actually tweet this out as if it's some justification that's not so obviously a lie or misrepresentation. That's not why you're doing it.
Why am I still getting hate?
That's what I'm wondering as well.
Yeah, if it was just, we're going to wind down SMS authentication because it's not secure enough, fine.
Turn it off. That I get.
Yeah.
Great.
But paywalling it is so goofy.
Also, the authentication app is easy for people like us, but like I would say anyone over the age of like at boomer territory, it's not that easy to figure out how to use that app.
I think the biggest thing with a boomer is that, you know how it gives you a code and then the code times out after 30 seconds or whatever?
Not a lot of time.
You imagine trying to copy paste that over to another app in that short period of time?
Not a lot of time.
Picture your mom trying to accomplish that.
It will never happen.
Yeah.
And then the other option he offers is security key, which is like a physical fucking key.
Right, yeah.
You have to put in your computer. I don't even know how that works.
That probably would work well for boomers because it's like, I understand this. It's like a key.
It's not. It's hard to set up.
I'll put it in my office desk drawer, which is a thing that I have because I'm over 50.
I know people are saying Ethan is pronounced Marquez. I know. I'm making fun.
We're saying it like Will Smith.
Will Smith called him Mark Ass. It's an homage to our friend Will Smith. So basically, it's just signaling to all the scammers worldwide, like, hey, find a Twitter account of anyone over 60, and you can pretty much get into it. The bruise on my arm, I got the blood drawn here, and I got a massive bruise here. Is that odd?
That's the blood of God.
Wait, how far? Show again where it was drawn there and it bruised up there?
Yeah.
Huh.
Weird, right?
That's not the like thing that they tighten your skin with. That's out up there.
Yeah, maybe it just bruised it from
the tape.
No.
You think they taped me that hard?
The tourniquet.
No. No, I think it was the carrot. Yeah. So Elon Musk is such a loser, and again, this is a big deal. And it's nowhere on the trending list. Like, come on, give me a break. He's for sure censoring it.
I think the trending list is just busted. I don't know if it's necessarily because the trends have been horrible for the last couple months.
Well,
at least for
the
me.
ones for me are usually pretty fucking accurate, and I've been clicking all of those because I love the outrage. I love the Twitter outrage. Yeah, I'm getting pretty over all these social media networks. And then if it doesn't get any more pathetic, you have Mark Zuckerberg coming in and being like, hey, that's a pretty fucking good idea. Meta, I'm not calling them Meta. I'm not buying into that propaganda. They're Facebook. Do you understand what I'm saying? I will never accept Meta. It's Facebook.
Meta me with that shit.
More like Metamucil passing right through me.
Right. William Huss.
That's a dope hip-hop line, don't you think?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting, my shit does get stuck in the toilet, so the Metamucil didn't help in that situation.
Oh, true.
Go.
Forgot it was just sitting there.
Think about it. Hold it in your mind, Olivia. There's a giant turd just sitting in the
Trust
toilet.
me, I am holding on
Water
to it.
all the way up to the line. Passing right through me like Metamucil. Got like a missile coming out my butt. And then you play some tinsel, making cool sounds. Oh, then take a dump in the potty, make a doo-doo. I should be shitting on my kids' training potty so it don't get clogged. I shit in my son's training potty. I throw the turds over the fence to my neighbors. Then I got no problem. They think it's their dog. It's way too big, but what do they'll never suspect me. Passing right through me like Metamucil. Playing tinsel, shooting missiles from my ass. All over the floor. Thank you, Zach. Ooh. That was important. Get that off my chest. So Meta, you remember how they get all fucking pesky about it too when we were doing the metaverse? Whenever I go, so you guys work for Facebook? They go, Meta. We don't say Facebook. So Facebook is testing a subscription service which will allow Instagram and Facebook users to pay to get verified. Costing $12. How is it worth that much? $12 a month, bro.
I don't know.
Like,
it's more, isn't it?
It's more on iPhone.
Oh yeah, so it's $12, and then because the Apple markup, because Apple takes 30%. Well, they're not letting that cut into their margin. You know what I mean? Because obviously it costs them a lot of money. $15 if you have iOS. Secure that level of reoccurring payment. I mean, like, how much is Netflix now? They spend like billions of dollars.
Yeah, it's about 15 a month, I guess. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're doing nothing? Mark Zuckerberg, you're such a loser. Here's Zuck on Instagram.
I just don't. They
enemy at the courtyard.
Looked at all of the backlash that Elon was getting from doing the same thing, which was massive, and we're like, us too.
Also, as you pointed out, they're not making a lot of money from it even.
Yeah, there was a report that Twitter made, like, the amount of subscribers they have is like 0.7% of their revenue that they get from advertising and something. It's like nothing.
I mean, he's like tightening the experience so much to get people to subscribe. It seems to be like, you cannot tweet unless you pay us.
A loser.
And again, if anything, people on Twitter should be getting paid. They're generating content. Nobody be on that fucking site, let's not forget. YouTube's the only website that actually does it. Love them for that. Roll that. Actually. I mean, what's Netflix budget on shows? They spending like billions of dollars.
I mean, Facebook spends lots of money for like servers and stuff, right? You don't care about that?
I don't fucking care. I'm paying
for that.
they make a shitload of money doing that. You know, they're very profitable.
But I don't care about that.
So Zuck says product announcement in Meta channel this morning. Huge announcement. Everybody get hyped. Breaking news straight from the top. Good morning. New product announcement this week. We're starting to roll out Meta Verified, a subscription service that lets you verify your account with a government ID. And I'm not sending Zuck my ID. Like that dude knows everything about me. You need a picture of my ID now? Get bent.
Do you not need that for Twitter Blue?
I don't know.
No, you don't. You don't.
I'd love to see that.
What isn't that the whole thing? Okay. I thought the whole idea was to prevent imposters or whatever. You don't need to prove who you are.
I want to make that one and get it verified on Twitter.
Take 2 seconds. You just sign up and...
You got a credit card and a pair of thumbs?
Yeah, that's literally all you need.
So I guess, okay, so let's see. We need your government ID, get a blue badge, get extra protection against your account, and get direct access to support. This new feature is about increasing authenticity.
Very well in customer support, by the way. We're just going to throw that in. That's cool.
Yeah. What are you going to say to them? Like, hey, guys, basically what they're saying is if you have a problem, you get locked out of your account, something weird, something gets erased, whatever, pay us and you can talk to us. See? Meta Verified starts at $12 a month on web or $19 a month on iOS with rolling but also it shows your comments higher in the feed.
It's going to do that too. That's part of what Twitter Blue does as
That's what I read. I don't see it here, but I read that somewhere.
That may have just been speculation. I read Zuck's statement. I don't think he mentioned that.
This is a weird service, though. I can't imagine that it's going to appeal to a lot of people. I mean,
I feel like it's even like the Twitter has like a whole weird culture around the blue check.
Right.
But as far as I can tell, that doesn't exist nearly to the same extent on Instagram, Facebook for that matter. So I don't know. There's no prestige.
They're gonna make no money from this, and I cannot wait.
A little bit, but again, it's just there's a whole checkmark culture on Twitter.
You're right.
Like here's that people put it on a big pedestal that you don't really see as much on other social media.
Marked up for announcement new features case Meta. Features include verified badge customer support, prioritization, and other people's comments.
There it is.
I don't know if possible. Oh wait, no, here it is. Verified badge customer support, active impersonation monitoring. Oh, prioritization for Meta verified profiles and other people's comments. Fuck, bro. You get recommended more.
Friendly care package inbound.
Wait, seriously? Recommendations on the store page and Reels on Instagram? What does that mean?
Instagram has its like version of TikTok. I think if you pay for it, it'll show up in people's algorithm more.
Are you fucking my shit, bro?
Also, if you follow someone, you're more likely to be recommended. It's like you may also want to follow this one.
So let's just mass follow bot on.
Yeah, I think this is the way all social media is going to go. And frankly, I'm kind of familiar. It's like,
well, if they're going to start charging us, then you better start tracking my data.
That's the thing, isn't it?
I think this is I think they're going up. That is the game. I think they're going too far with it. I don't like it. Definitely. It's just, it's not good. It's not going to work for you guys. Getting too fucking... What the fuck, Mark?
I'm the meat chef.
Well, Cam and I were talking about it earlier, and he speculated that perhaps it has something to do with their metaverse shit completely fucking falling flat on its face and nobody being interested in it, because they spent a lot of money developing that.
Yeah, I'm sure that the like fucking $1,000 they generate from this is going to help offset those losses.
Right. Well,
how much did Metaverse cost? 10 billion. That's not a big deal. 80 billion they've invested. They'll make up for that. Can you do me a favor?
$80 billion?
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot. And he's still one of the richest dudes in the world.
Where did that money? I know. I'm just thinking back to when we were doing those segments though in the Facebook metaverse, and it was just a shitty fucking Second Life clone from 2004.
Yeah, I don't know where
$80 billion.
I don't know where that. There's some corruption going on Facebook.
Absolutely. It's insane.
Hunter and Olive said this is egregious. Ian worked so hard for that blue check. Now people can buy it. I'm pissed. Thoughts, Ian?
Yeah, he bought his blue check.
It is gross. It's disgusting.
You literally bought it.
No, Ian got
It's organic on Insta.
No, he's legit on Insta.
No, it's not organic.
Oh,
I
on
pulled leverage for it.
Instagram.
Yeah.
It is fully organic, non-GMO. Check.
Fully organic from Ian spamming the verification page every couple weeks for 2 years.
Let me ask
That's
you.
not what happened, Dan.
Ian,
You're trying to be a little saucy boy today, but that's not what happened.
Ian, answer this. Would you be verified if you weren't on this show?
Huh?
Go ahead.
Yes. Sure, I'll say that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know the.
I'll have some.
I got you that
myself,
check.
yeah.
I got you that check.
I got $11. I could have paid for it.
You know,
anyway,
I'm all over this shit. I'm gonna get that.
You're gonna buy all this shit.
Capturing Bravo.
Fuck yeah.
Do me a favor. So they spent 80 billion, and then this subscription service cost 15, or no? Let's just be generous and say they did 15. So crunch some numbers for me. 80 billion divided by 15. So how many users are we gonna need?
80.
We're in the lead.
I'm just trying to crunch the numbers for Zuck.
So you would only need approximately 5.3 billion people to sign up.
Okay,
for
so,
Meta
and what's the
Blue.
population of the Earth?
Well, it's like 8 billion now or something.
Okay, so we crunch the numbers. Carry the 5.
Earth. 7.88 billion, so.
Okay, so it's just like 70% of the planet.
Right, divided by
everybody on the planet.
Easy.
So just carry the 1 to the 5 divided by the square root of 3.
Actually, it's about 67% of the planet.
67.
Yeah.
That's doable, I think. Actually, I think they're gonna make that money back. Well, okay. In 2001, there was 1.2 billion monthly active users. So
I'm talking about making money.
So they're gonna need to expand their client base as well.
Who wants me to take their money?
They're such douches. I can't wait for these websites to die. I'm so fucking over them, and they're all such douches.
It's time for the next gen. It's like, I've said it before, we just gotta bring MySpace back, man. Return to Monkey.
Domination.
Tom, where were you?
Capture and hold.
Okay, so that's that. Thank you. Meta. So
Yeah, we're at 40 minutes, so we'll probably do it.
So let's take our sponsors, and then when we come back, is our caller queued up there?
Not queued up yet. Shoot a message and say to hop on, and then after the sponsors, you can start.
Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna thank our sponsors. Do not go away. I'm very excited for this conversation we're about to have. Is anyone gonna buy that medicine that was in class? Just be honest, AB. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a weird situation. You kind of have to, because if you're trying to grow and use it to promote other stuff I do, you kind of have to. It sucks. I hate it. I know it's like
Why do you have to? Why do you have to?
Because like on Twitter, my stuff has grown like crazy because I have that. It prioritizes my
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
It sucks. I hate it. I don't like it, but.
And so that means.
Shit,
I don't know. I don't think it's working. I see it's working for me. I mean,
it is
promoting concerts and shit. I'm getting a lot of engagement on that too.
So, Love.
Enemy personal radar
Do you
overhead.
have Twitter Blue?
I've grown more I've grown more the past couple months than I've ever had, and I never bought it.
Me too.
So, yeah. Organic, baby.
Securing Alpha.
It's like, oh, whatever. Y'all just need to shut up and pay them, dude. Okay? No questions. All right, let's thank our sponsors. Thank you so much to Kudos,
We lost B.
love Kudos, actually. If you shop online, you probably use an app to find the best coupons. And now, you should also use Kudos to get the most back. That's right. Kudos is a free shopping extension that not only helps you pick the best card to use at checkout, but it now doubles your rewards. That means if you normally get 3% back on Walmart or Sephora or TripAdvisor or whatever, you'll now get 6% with Kudos, and that's basically free money.
Taking Bravo.
Yeah, I don't know if
We lost Charlie.
I'm not like a big into like the whole credit card that navigates bonus and stuff, but I do notice that on certain months or quarters you get like a fat cash back
Enemies here.
for certain categories. And my dad gets mad at my mom if she uses the wrong credit card. Anyone else have family like that? Just me? Just you?
UAV is ready for flyover.
Even now, he still does
Got
it.
Charlie.
Just over the weekend, my mom has this thing she wants to buy.
They've reached the halfway point.
And she's like, oh, I gotta wait till March. I said, why? She needs it now. Oh, I remember. It's the sink. Their faucet sink is broken. It fucking leaks. And she needs to hire a plumber. And she goes, I gotta wait till March. I said, why? You need it now. And they were just complaining about it. Oh, Gary says I need to wait to put it on the card because then I'm gonna. It's like he's sitting there with a leaky fucking faucet that March 1st. You haven't got the right bonus.
Enemy at the office.
It's crazy, dude.
2 objectives lost. Move in.
And he's so old now, you can't even talk to him about it. He just shuts. He's like, hey, you know what I mean? It's like, whatever, bro. Like, mom, just fucking get the plumber. And everyone's just too old. They're like, I'm over it. I'm over arguing with him about that shit. Which is kind of smart, I guess, at this point in life. Good thing we had a lot of rain. Anyway, kudos, yeah, there it is, kudos, for my dad specifically. The best thing about Kudos is that it's so easy to use to add Kudos to your desktop or your iPhone in just a few clicks.
Enemy UAV
Shop
overhead.
like normal, and Kudos will automatically appear at checkout to handle the rest. I was shopping on Nordstrom the other day, and Kudos not only helped get the most rewards, but also reminded me that all the other hidden card benefits like purchase protection as well. Nordstrom, Macy's, you can save a lot of money with that cash back business. Last month, we announced that one lucky person who signed up for Kudos would get a $50 gift card to Teddy Fresh. Congratulations to Frank O. Yes, the Kudos team will be reaching out today. But now we're celebrating, doubling the reward for the next sweepstake. For a limited time only, one person who signs up for Kudos with the code H3TV will receive a $100 gift card to Teddy Fresh. Perfect for the new multicolored studded shirt. Okay. They give a little call out there. Or anything you want. I mean, shit, with the $100 gift card, you could buy like 10 Rick and Morty shirts. Might be better as kindling at that point than for shirt. I don't know, is kindling expensive? You know what I mean? Let's burn some Rick and Morty gear. All right. Thank you. So don't wait, get Kudos for free by going to joinkudos.com/H3TV. It's in the link. That's joinkudos.com/H3TV so they know that we sent you. Thank you to our sponsor, and good luck. $100 gift card to Teddy Fresh. That's cool. Thank you, Kudos. Saving money and capturing hearts all along the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, 100%.
Here it is. This is the sponsor that is changing the whole earth. It's Stamps.com. No, the future is no more like we thought it was. No. Back me up on that, Zach.
I can't during ads.
Oh, really? No. What is it? He said the future.
World is not.
Oh, yeah,
The world is not anymore the way it used to be.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, that's what Stamps.com. They're changing the game. If you're a business owner, small business owner, or you just like shipping stuff, Stamps.com is going to change your life, actually. 2023 is well on the way, and maybe you want to set up a small business. Maybe this is the year you get out there and get after it. Stamps.com gonna help you out. Stamps.com lets you print your own postage and shipping labels right from your home or office. It's ready to go in 10 minutes, so you can get back to business. Time is money. People don't understand that.
Enemy at the cave entrance.
Oh yeah, so here's the deal. Postage rates keep going up. It's so freaking expensive. And Stamps.com has the best discounts in the entire industry. They do these massive buys, so they're able to negotiate the prices down with the post office quite a bit. They're going to offer you 84%, up to 84% off USPS and UPS. Basically free. Do you even have to pay for shipping with that? 84%?
They pay you.
What?
They pay you.
They pay you to ship it.
You don't even have to think about that.
That's not a real.
That's not a real offer.
Not endorsed.
Not a real offer. Plus, Stamps.com automatically tells you the cheapest and fastest shipping option of all the available ones. They've been open for 25 years. These guys are indispensable to over 1 million businesses. You know, there's no lines, there's no traffic, there's no waiting. It's incredible. You use Stamps.com to print. So here's how it works. You go on the computer. They send you a digital scale for free with this offer. You weigh your package, your envelope, postage, put it on the package. Here's the best part. They'll come get it.
Reloading. I'm taking
It's incredibly efficient, time-saving, it's cheaper, it's Stamps.com/H3TV. It's a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. There's no long-term commitments or contracts. /H3TV. Just go to Stamps.com/H3TV. I love you, Stamps! 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 All right, is our guest lined up?
They are in the lobby. They are.
Okay, so here's the thing. I want to pee right now because I don't want to have to hold this in during this convo. So I'm going to go pee, and then I'll be right back.
Enemy cluster strike incoming. Take cover.
Just bad enough.
You have to.
I'll go check on the diarrhea.
I was going to say.
It wasn't a diarrhea.
UAV online.
Okay.
That was the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's Well,
how was everyone's weekend?
Good. It was good, Zach. How was yours?
Zach,
did you build any Legos?
I did. I built Legos, and I also went to a fondue restaurant.
Really?
Yeah, it's called the Melting Pot.
I've heard of it.
Very good. Very good.
Have you ever done the do before?
I have years ago, and I and Chantal was getting mad.
Let me get an example.
If you do something wrong at a fondue restaurant, it's a fondant. So,
do you have a whole Netflix stand-up special around fondue?
On fondue, yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's my Kaufman-esque, over the top.
Should I get the reservation?
No, actually, you don't want to be dipping that cheese because that is Zach Lewis live at the Roxy May 13th. Get your tickets. Tickets are going like. We got a fondue restaurant.
How did I know that plug was coming?
I appreciate that layup there. So yeah, May 13th. Get your tickets.
We'll be there. Will you?
I don't think I'm gonna go.
Oh,
have you missed any?
I don't think I'm gonna go.
Oh,
you're busy.
I feel like you're being too. I feel like you're being too pushy.
Dan, I'll tell you.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
I'm back in, baby.
That's a fondue, not a fondant. Everyone.
That's right.
And then you know what the bowel movement is called after a fondue restaurant?
No, Zach, what do you call it?
It's called a fondue.
Fart do? Is that what you said?
Fondue. It's a fondue.
Because you could have gone with like the fart do direction as well.
Fondue do.
Fondue do.
All out, reloading.
You know?
But yeah.
Workshopping these jokes. Work with me.
Yeah. What else did you peeps do over the weekend?
Well, I asked about the Lego, and then you went off on this whole fondue thing, but I was more curious about the Lego.
I built an Adidas shoe.
Really?
Weekend, yeah.
Okay, that's kind of hype.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, Ian was telling me, because, you know, we're deep in the trenches with this stuff. They're putting out an Up Lego set. Like from the Pixar movie.
Reloading.
Oh, that Up. Okay.
Friendly recon's online.
It's gonna be cool.
Like the house with all the
Reloading.
Hustling instead of building
Cruise
Legos.
missile, go for launch.
Shouldn't you be building
building an empire?
Building an empire, making
That's how it's
websites.
done.
I'm trying, dude, but I really love building Legos.
Hustling on
How
the
dare you have a
side.
hobby?
Building a Lego empire.
Yeah, we actually had to buy shelves this week because I'm out of space.
That's awesome. I'm happy that you found something you enjoy doing so much.
Yeah, you know, as music wasn't enough, I had to get into another thing. So
Theodore loves Legos. I mean, the Lego, dude, Lego is on top of the world. You go to those shops, not only are they beautiful, and their licensing deals are insane. They're like always have like the newest thing, but it's so full.
Oh yeah,
it's always so full.
It's insane. Plus, like, you know, walk in there and I am a VIP member there, so it's like when you go and buy something, they're like, "Are you a VIP?" I'm like, "Yes, I am."
What does that mean? What does that entail?
You get points, and like if
It's
you,
Twitter Blue for Legos.
it's actually free, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just buying the Legos. But you build points, but I'm not sure what. I think it gets you access or earlier access.
We don't know what it does, but it sounds.
We got points, baby.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
I just got Teddy some Legos over the weekend. We got him it's a dragon dinosaur.
Oh wow.
From this show, whatever. He loves it.
What the ninja?
New Jinsu shit.
Yeah. I saw
He doesn't
that.
care about the show at all. The girl Legos was like, "Who's your favorite character?" I was like, "He doesn't care about the show. He just likes the dragon." All right, so let's talk to our esteemed caller. So,
Let me set it up first a little bit before we bring him in.
Yeah, I will right now. All right, so this whole thing started when this dude, Mark Elliott, emailed me a few weeks ago. I'll read the email to you guys that I got. As you guys know, did you?
Enemy
Let
threats
me know
in
when
the
that's
AO.
done.
Weapons
okay?
hot.
As you guys know, I have a lot of interest in Nexium. I am a believer. I think Keith Ramirez is a modern day genius.
Enemy in the cargo containers.
And he's been unfairly slated as a villain. So does Mark.
All out, reloading.
Mark's an award-winning speaker who lived with Tourette's for 20 years and then beat it completely, mind over body. That shocked me.
That's quite a claim.
And now with the now infamous company's next, he was recently featured in the third episode of the documentary The Vow on HBO. We've talked about The Vow on this show. He actually, and good for him, he sued HBO or was it someone else?
Someone else. A different documentary that was on Stars, I believe it was, called Seduced. That was also about the Nexium group.
Now he said,
I'm hit.
oh, it is. Okay, good. Now he said, I recently saw your coverage of poking holes in the Andrew Tate narrative, which is true. I've been critical of Andrew Tate, but I think he does a lot of good things. And it's just not fair. All he wants is the next generation of men. And then so what? He's the bad guy? Men need a voice. That's where me and Mark Elliott agree. Given your commitment to pursue truth and openness to challenge prevailing narratives, Mark said in his email to me, I believe you would be fascinated with my story and the recent developments that have unfolded in the case against Mr. Ramirez. Specifically, 7 digital forensic experts, including 4 former FBI, have come forward with evidence showing that with scientific certainty that the FBI tampered with the child prawn digital evidence. Having child P word, and, all kinds of other horrible stuff, which he's all in, according to Mark. Also, I wanted Mark, the one thing that I find really interesting about Mark is that through Nexium and with his teaching, Mark, who has Tourette's syndrome, is complete. He just said, I'm done. He did, my mind is more powerful than this. And I'm done with Tourette's, he said. So he asked me, would you be open for a short call? He says, I have no doubt you will be at least very intrigued. Thanks for your time. So that's Mark, inspirational speaker. And I said to myself, I am interested. I do want to talk to Mark. And so Mark is actually on the phone, and we've been setting this up for a couple of weeks. So Mark, whenever you're ready, there he is. Thanks, man, for being here. It's so awesome to meet someone like you.
That's great. Thank you so much for having me. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, no, I can hear you great.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
Okay, perfect. I heard a little bit of the introduction. Thank you for that.
Yeah, of course. So why did you reach out to me? I guess, first of all, I'm curious about your whole journey. Maybe you could start there.
Well, as I had wrote you in the email, my team is researching different people that are willing ultimately to challenge the status quo.
Right.
And of course, the Andrew Tate was one of the biggest stories. It was an international story. And there was, some people like yourself that were willing to at least question.
Right.
With our situation with Keith and Nexium is that there has been basically one narrative for the past 5 years. It's actually started about 5 years ago. It was in 2000.
All out, reload.
It was in October of 2017.
Now,
when
just
New
to
York
clarify, Rainier is the leader, I don't know the correct term, of Nexium, and he was convicted for, like 7 different felonies. But he didn't do any of it.
Yeah, so I'll definitely get to all of that. What he was convicted of many different things, including sex trafficking, forced labor, racketeering,
wire fraud.
Wire fraud. Yeah. Now, although I believe he's innocent, that's ultimately not why I reached out to you.
Right.
It was given the fact that the narrative was, basically an international narrative creating this, basically was a hate campaign against Keith Raniere and Nexium and the community.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel.
Anyone that was trying to speak out was basically vilified. Anyone that came out in support of, forget Keith, even just came out in support of Nexium was vilified in the media.
I actually really support Nexium. I think it's super interesting what they've been able to do. I want to say Andrew Tate, I totally poke holes in that. Like, I don't know if you've been following the case in Romania, but like there's so many red flags that says he's innocent. I don't know if you've been following that.
I haven't been following it closely. Obviously, it's definitely been something I've been watching from afar, as it seems like there's just a lot of similarities in the fact that we live in a time that if you make someone a monster in the media, it's you're guilty until proven innocent.
Right.
You then, the authorities,
just to
the person.
Sorry to cut off. Actually, Keith was convicted of 7 crimes, though.
The reason I said that is because before the trial even happened, he was already vilified and made a monster. You even had, even on the Dr. Oz show, this was before Keith was even arrested. You have Dr. Oz saying on national television, rape and torture women. Now, just so you know, even after he was convicted of these charges, and this is what's mind-blowing for a lot of people, Keith Raniere, who's this alleged sex cult leader of an international sex cult, if you actually look at the charges and the evidence of what he was convicted for, there's not a single charge. This is crazy. There's not a single charge of violence, weapons, or drugs, and there's not a single charge of Keith Raniere having sex with someone.
Well, let's see here. Count 2. Let's see. Sexual exploitation of a child. He was convicted of that, right? Because I want to clear his name with you. So he was convicted of sexual exploitation of a child, possession of child pornography. He was convicted of trafficking for labor and services, extortion, sex trafficking, forced labor.
Enemy at the center.
Attempted sex trafficking, so he tried and failed, but in other ways he was successful. That's what they claim, right? But it's outrageous that he was never violent, and so that kind of says it all, huh?
Yeah, I want to be super clear. There's most of what people have heard about Keith in the media, and then what the government, put out there in the media as well is, in my opinion, completely false, and most of it is completely fabricated.
Right.
Again, that's not my intent of why I wanted to come, on and talk with you guys. Obviously, if we had longer, conversations, we could look at more specifics and things about Keith Raniere and who he is as a person. But in the emails, why I got in touch with you is that one of the things that happened right before the trial, here you had an investigation for a whole year. And there were 6 co-defendants, and this whole case was about consenting adults. And then 55 days before trial,
it was also about wire fraud, trafficking, racketeering, child pornography.
Yeah, so those were all the different charges.
Okay.
But even with,
sorry, go ahead.
Well, just to be clear though, even with all of these horrific charges, sex trafficking, forced labor, racketeering,
wire
none
fraud.
of the co-defendants had pled guilty.
Wire fraud.
None of them have pled guilty, which is almost unheard of in federal court. I think it's like 97%.
You couldn't flip them because they're innocent. There's nothing to flip.
So the thing is that 55 days before trial, all of a sudden the FBI found child pornography. And when I say child pornography, they found 22 photos of a nude woman on an external hard drive. It wasn't on his computer. It wasn't on a camera. It was on a random external hard drive in a residence that many people frequent in. It wasn't even Keith's home. So of course, the moment they found that, it completely changed the whole dynamic of the case, where now you have minors involved.
Right, and the FBI has a track record of doing stuff like that. I mean, they're just monsters. The FBI, I don't trust them at all, and I think they probably planted it. But my concern, at least just from the officer's point of view, again, I'm on your guys' side. Camille was a 15-year-old who testified. She wrote a statement that said that he actually raped her when she was 15.
Carry on.
And she put out a statement and all that. It's crazy. She said she met him when he was 13. And then when she was 15, he was 45 and he slept with her. But that's just, why was she lying like that?
Calling for recon.
Yeah, so I want to make something very clear. I don't support sexual assault against women in any way.
No, I know.
Any of my friends who are out there. I just want to make that very clear, as it's a very sensitive subject.
Yeah, of course.
What I will get to the but what's important to realize is that the child pornography was all of a sudden found 55 days before trial, and then all other co-defendants pled guilty. Not only was he charged with possession of child pornography, he then was also charged with sexual exploitation of a minor, which is probably one of the most egregious charges somebody can get against them, charged against them, which ultimately is a death sentence for many people.
Yeah, and just to go back to what you're saying, 55 days before trial, it's like, when did they have the time to investigate that,
Well, they also had this hard drive and this alleged camera for over a year. So that's the context which happened right before trial. Yes, to me, her name is Kenny. She did give a victim impact statement, but what is important for people to realize is that a victim impact statement is after the trial is over, after the verdict. So it's a statement not given under oath.
Enemy at the office.
Well after the trial
you're
was over.
saying
She also didn't.
You think she's lying, essentially. I mean, or at least there'd be no consequence for her lying, right?
That's my point. I'm not here to debate whether or not.
Yeah, you don't want to call it. I get it. But you know what's crazy?
What I'm saying is,
go ahead. Yeah.
I'm just saying it's important that we live. If we want to live in a society that has due process and we care about justice, it's important to question.
Absolutely.
It's important to question. And my point is, if somebody gives a victim impact statement, this happened. I'm not saying that's not true, but you can't say that that's ultimately true due process when someone's not under oath.
For sure. There was no trial.
So that's my point.
There was no trial. Like, why was supposed to take her impact statement seriously when there was no trial?
That is my point.
Okay.
What I do know, which is under oath and sworn statements, is what I got in touch with you about with respect to, we now have 7 digital forensic experts, and this is what's incredible. 4 of those 7 4 of the 7 former FBI.
Before we go down that thread, I just wanted to mention, and I don't know if this is an issue for you guys, but there was 15 other victim impact statements from all different individuals. So that's like, dang, how do we get over that?
Again, if we had like a 3-hour podcast, I can go into the details. This is the short of it, though. Just to give him answers. Like I said, my intent wasn't to try to defend or combat like all these different allegations. But again, what people don't realize, the way that the narrative was out there, is that 17,000 people from around the world took these courses. Okay? 1 in 400 of participants in the class were billionaires. These are people from Stanford, from Harvard, entrepreneurs. These were very thoughtful, rational people taking courses that
kind of like Scientology in a way, right? I mean, Scientology is the same way, and they get vilified too. They have tons of famous people, tons of rich people, and it's unfair that Scientology is vilified, don't you think?
I haven't taken Scientology. Right. I don't agree with. Yeah, but my point is, I don't agree with character assassination.
Right.
Or speaking badly about a group just because they're different. You don't like them. But the reason I mentioned about the 17,000 is that if you actually look at the trial, in the next trial, there's actually, out of 17,000 people, I think in the trial, don't take my word for it, I think there's only 3 people that were students of the 17,000 that were even claiming they were victims of the crime. So there are only 3 out of 17,000
people claim that they were molested by Keith.
Well, no, they weren't even claiming that they were molested. There's not even. This is like the insanity and the exaggeration of what's out there.
Right.
There's not a single charge of Keith assaulting or raping or hurting anyone means of violence. There's nothing in the trial of that.
Right. There's no violence. They're only saying he coerced them, but that's not really a crime, is it?
We're crushing them. Stay with it.
Well, that's what they're saying, but my point is that if you want to look at the reality, if you even want to say that everything that happened in the trial is true, this is a man who's now convicted and sentenced to 120 years without any violence, weapons, drugs.
Right, and I'm with you 100% because coercion. It's not illegal to manipulate people. You're smarter in a way. You know what I mean? Like if you're able to manipulate people to do what you want, this just means you're smart.
So again, and this is a whole conversation about things in the trial.
Right.
But the bigger issue, the thing that is, I think, vital and relevant to everyone who listens to you, and then also just all citizens in the United States. We now have 4 former FBI agents that were digital forensic experts that have come out that, under sworn testimony, shows that the child pornography evidence was, to a scientific certainty, tampered with and also planted.
That is very
concerning. Some of the evidence points that some of the modifications took place while in the possession of the FBI.
That is very concerning. So what is the So what's the goal here? To get a retrial for Keith?
Well, the ultimate goal is trying to investigate these crimes.
Right.
There's clear beyond probable cause that crimes were committed by FBI agents and potentially even the prosecution and maybe other entities as well in the DOJ.
So we're going to
and that is an effective
Keith.
that.
Yeah.
Because crimes were committed against someone who is being tried in a trial to convict them, that person should ultimately be let free.
Let him free.
And so Keith...
Let free Keith. Well, what's interesting is that, first of all, the FBI is a criminal organization just from the start. I mean, it's insane the things that they've done to people, like tampering evidence in the case of Keith. But I think that because they did that, we should probably just expunge the extortion, the identity theft, the forced labor, the conspiracy to commit identity theft, exploiting of a child, forced labor. wire fraud, and so we should expunge all those, huh?
It took me a second to get your humor because like there's also a little delay. I was like, is he making a joke? I was like,
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I just. Yeah, but so like, what do we do about those other ones, right? Because like we got to convince everyone that Keith is like a cool dude.
Well, this is what I'm saying is that we don't need to convince anyone of how cool he is. Someone can think that Keith Raniere, they can believe he's the devil. That's ultimately irrelevant and a distraction to the reality of did this person receive due process? If we want to live in a society that we want to have a justice system that treats everyone exactly the same. Whether you think someone is the devil or you think someone is Mr. Rogers, they should be treated exactly the same under the law. Now, if it's the case that the government actually had evidence on Keith Raniere, then the question then becomes, well, why would they need to fabricate and tamper with evidence?
Right. That is the question. Free Keith. Actually,
Well,
I want to talk. I want to
just to answer.
Oh, go ahead. I wanted to ask you
Just
about
the
your
last thing.
Sure, go ahead.
I just wanted to just make one other comment because you said, as I know you were being facetious about all these other charges.
Yeah.
If you again, there's these buzzwords of sex trafficking and forced labor. Yes, those on its face value sound horrific.
Right, but what does it even mean?
Exactly. Like when you think of if you heard that you're someone that got charged with sex trafficking, what would you imagine?
Yeah, I would imagine somebody was locked to what do you call? Yeah, locked to a radiator, forced to do like webcam work, or you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's that, by the way, is a real thing. Sex trafficking, people being kidnapped, forced into sex slavery is a real thing. If you actually look at the evidence of what happened in this trial, you have a 29-year-old female who is an actress living in Manhattan, who is a part of the NXIVM community. She was taking classes. She was in a relationship with Keith. She also had a history of being more kinky. Together, they can come up with an experience where, and this is literally, if you look at the transcript, this is what happened. One woman, this 29-year-old, received oral sex from another woman, and no money was exchanged. She took a bus from Brooklyn to Albany, and they convicted Keith Raniere of sex trafficking.
Just because she was kinky.
All out, reloading.
Well, that's one way to look at it. The same woman, the 29-year-old actress, she's also the victim of the alleged forced labor. This is a woman who had to transcribe 5 hours of video for a memorial, and she read 50 articles that Keith had written, and she gave feedback on them and actually loved reading them. She was convicted of forced labor.
Because she was paid for her work, or what?
Requesting recon on my position.
Well, that's what they were claiming. And how old were you able to concoct? She was 29 years old. But my point is that there's what's in the media, which is, and of course, if you hear these words, it's not like I don't hear these things, forced labor, sex trafficking, and it causes me to have caution. And I'm like, holy crap, what happened here? But
this one sounds really bad, and hopefully, because you have such an intimate understanding and you have a great way of explaining it. So how do we do the sexual exploitation of a child? 'Cause that one sounds so bad. So how do we break that one down?
That one is also related to the child pornography, as I said. So they found 22 photos of a naked woman. Now, by looking at the photos is not how they realized that it was child pornography.
But it's women he knew, right? It was girls he knew.
Yeah, these are women that he knew.
Yeah, and so somebody had pictures of them naked when they were kids. But it wasn't Keith.
Well, no, but this is, if I can just finish real quick, is that the 22 photos were not deemed child pornography because they were photos of some sexual act. The way that they deemed there were child pornography was based off of the file dates. And based off of the file dates, they then said when the photos were taken is when this person.
They probably did look like kids in the picture.
That's my point is that by looking at the photo, they weren't deemed child pornography.
And I mean, if you saw the photo, which you should get a hold of those photos, they probably look like adults.
I have not seen the photos.
Oh, you have.
Those are contraband photos.
Right.
But my point is that again, when you hear the word child pornography, it incites all these horrible images and fears. But what we're talking about is not on someone's computer, not on their camera, not on a camera card, in a random external hard drive. There's 22 photos of a naked woman who they deemed was underage because of the file dates. So just the last thing is the sexual exploitation of a minor is because supposedly we were able to link through a media card and from a camera, and that media card to a scientific search. 7 digital forensic experts, 4 former FBI, was modified while in the possession of the FBI because they were able to link that media card to a camera that's allegedly Keith owned. That's how he was charged with sexual exploitation of a minor.
So ridiculous. That's all they need.
Wait, I don't know if you're being.
No, I'm dead serious. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's scary the world we live in, where, like, and people can just say whatever, and then like, oh, you just change the data on a file card, and that's all it takes. Man, I'm scared of that.
Everyone should be scared of this. This is why the reason we're trying to reach out to people is because the narrative is so strong, and the prejudice against Keith and Nexium is so intense, is that basically it stops people from having a rational, open conversation about, wait a minute, what actually took place here? And what took place here is not just, oh, there was some prejudice in the trial, is that clearly you have government actors, specific personnel in the FBI. And again, this is not an attack on the whole FBI.
Actually, there's one thing I want to get your thoughts on here. So Camilla's the one who he apparently has photos of. That was the 15-year-old girl who... But no, she did an impact statement and said that he took her virginity when she was 15, which is outrageous. I mean, you can't... The thing is, you can't... if she was willing, what's the problem? I don't get it, right? Like, you understand that.
Again,
right.
Whether or not that happened or
it's
didn't
not
happen,
assault if she liked it, and Keith is awesome.
I'm starting to, I'm feeling your humor a little bit more. Like I said, there's a little delay as well.
So Camilla,
I just want to be clear again. I don't support sexual assault, rape in any way. I'm not here to be able to be a referee about what he said or she said or what happened behind closed doors. What I do know is that I don't believe giving a victim impact statement that isn't under oath, which is basically no different from somebody going on Twitter and saying, I was raped by this person. With absolutely no due process.
Right, because
be looked at.
He doesn't even know them, so it's like the same as a random tweet. Like, they've never even met.
Tango spotted.
Requesting recon on my position.
They do know each other.
They do know each other.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So so this girl Camille, she said in her impact statement that Ranieri and his co-conspirator, who also trafficked Daniela for labor and services, said they confined her to a hotel room, or to a room, for nearly 2 years in an attempt to force Daniela. And then Daniela said that if she left the room, she would be sent to Mexico without any identifying documents. So that's probably what they mean by like sex trafficking or forced labor, but that's just someone on Twitter just making shit up.
Well, did you see the second season of The Vow?
No, I didn't watch the second season. Was that yeah.
Gotcha. I don't blame you. It's incredible. Again, from just the label of somebody, I think it's document servitude. That sounds horrible.
Right.
But again, if you just look at the facts, this is a young girl who is who is in a room in her family's home.
Okay.
Like she was in a room and the door wasn't locked.
Right.
And if anyone questions me on that, this is incredible. This is how amazing how a documentary can seemingly put eerie music and make it real. Of her reading from her lines from the court transcript. So they're reading it verbatim from what she said in court as she was testifying under oath. And at the very end of this episode, as she's talking about how she's been confined to this room for 2 years, do you know how the scene ends? She says, and then I walked out of the room.
Oh, because she could have left the whole time. They don't really.
Because she could have. Of course, but it's, it's the scary music and it's haunting and this illustrations and the cartoon and it's. But the way that it's in the media, it sounds as if Keith Raniere.
You know what? I understand.
Put them in a room.
Yeah, I want to ask you.
And that is the issue of, again, of why I reached out is that the media can do whatever they want and paint anyone, with whatever colors they want to create a certain image, and that does not necessarily match the reality of basic facts.
It's basically her fault for not leaving the room. And what's even crazier is that the whole jury, they all got. I don't know on that. But I want to ask you about your experience with Tourette's syndrome. I'm super, super fascinated by this. This is so this is why kind of NXIVM is kind of interesting, because everyone always just kind of sees like the bad side. That's what's famous. NXIVM actually has been helping people in these incredible ways. For example, you had debilitating Tourette's syndrome, right? And then I think you joined NXIVM, and Keith was able to help you overcome it totally, like totally cured. Like your Tourette's is 100% gone?
So yes, the answer is I no longer have Tourette's syndrome.
Wow.
And it was through the courses that Keith created. It wasn't even one-on-one sessions with anything like with Keith.
Wow.
It was, he had created a curriculum that was around the world. Like I said, 17,000 people took it. I went through the classes just like everybody else. But as I went through them and started to build more self-awareness about myself, I mean, ultimately the courses are classes on emotional intelligence. We had a center here in New York City on 5th and 37th Street, where it's just you go and sit in chairs and you have conversations with people.
And that cured your Tourette's?
That is
just having that.
I just want to be clear, it's not.
Go ahead.
Yes, it was through these conversations and through these classes, which were a lot of them were philosophical inquiries about different aspects of life. There were practical things. It was also a goal-setting thing for entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And it was through these classes and these conversations that beat my Tourette's completely mind over body.
Wow. And so what is it that you tell yourself? Like, just stop ticking. Like, come on, don't be a pussy or whatever. Or I know, I'm joking. I don't mean it like that. But like, I'm over this shit. Sucks. Tourette's is fucking annoying. And I'm just over it.
Yeah, so it's not like that at all. The most simple way that I can describe it is that I've always talked about Tourette's is like there's an itch and there's a scratch.
Oh, yeah.
And the Tourette's is that uncomfortable feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ticking is me scratching that itch.
Team deathmatch.
Most treatments and the way that we look at Tourette's is, okay, how do we just help the person with this dynamic? So if you take medication, it numbs the itch, so that stops you from wanting to scratch it because you don't feel the intense.
Stop it? Like, if you're talking to someone with Tourette's syndrome,
Reloading.
What would kind of be your advice to them? Because I know it's just a horrible disease for the people who haven't cured it for themselves yet, and I feel like this knowledge. What would be your advice?
Well, I don't say. Just to be clear, I've never said, and so we actually had a documentary that came out. It's called My Tourette's. It's on YouTube for free now.
Okay.
Sadly, almost no one in the world knows about it. It came out after, the negative press, the real negative press, started coming out about 5 years ago. But in this documentary, you watch these profound transformations that people do in Tourette's mind over body. But even in the movie, we don't say it's a cure. This is not a cure for Tourette's. Clearly, we had a set of tools for people that were open and wanted to go on a different type of journey. Go on more of a looking inward.
But you guys did.
There's some.
You said it's 100% gone. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. That sounds like.
I just don't say, the reason I don't say cure is because also I don't think of it as something that you can cure in that way. I have like a completely different. I don't even think of it as a medical disorder in that way now. But I just want to be clear is that I don't know if we could help everyone. I don't know that. The people that we helped wanted to be helped. Okay. If someone wants to lose weight, they could have the best trainer in the whole world. But if they don't want to lose weight,
but but being fat is not a neurological disorder, so that's what really interests me. Because to all the literature, it says Tourette's cannot be cured. So it's included. Yeah, right.
I lived with it for 20 years. I became a well-known inspirational speaker around the country, talking about Tourette's, living with Tourette's. My whole life is based off of Tourette's.
Can't imagine how hard that
I
must
get
have been.
it. It was, so then to take a class on emotions, and now to be able to have a conversation with you like this, I couldn't even do it. I mean, it just wasn't even something that could be possible because of like what you said. I have Tourette's, this neurological genetic disorder. It's voluntary and has no choice. Luckily, because of what he created, and with Nancy Salzman, who also is in jail now, I've been able to go on a profound journey to live a very different life.
Can I ask you a question?
To answer your question,
do you still get the urge to do ticks, or is that completely gone? Like, where did you cut it off?
So the thing about the itching is that because of how the courses were very different, it's not like I'm sitting here and my itch is 100% and I'm just like, okay, don't tick, don't say something, hold it back.
Right.
The courses were different than any other thing that I did, is because by going on that exploration, I found out that my itch was way more emotional and psychological than it was physiological. And as a result, and working internal issues I had, anger stuff, beliefs about all this sort of stuff, as a result of that, my itch went down. So right now, do I still have an itch? It's not at 0, but it's probably at 4 out of 100.
Okay.
So to call that Tourette's is that I don't even think of it as Tourette's. I think of it as I'm a body, and all of us have uncomfortable things. And what I come to understand, and this is for me, is that ultimately I was, in a sense, had an impulse disorder. It doesn't mean I had a neurological disorder.
I found this video, or this old video of you, I found really compelling, from 14 years ago. Do you mind if I watch it real fast for the audience? Just to kind of give you some background. Yeah, so this is from 14.
Absolutely.
This was 14 years ago from a local news story or something like that, right? That covered your story?
Enemy care package inbound.
Yes.
And did you, okay, let me watch it.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were about to press play.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna press play right now, okay? Are you okay if I press play?
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought you were.
Overhead.
Grenade out!
Can you play it, Dan? It's on me. It's on me.
We have reached the halfway point.
Are you ready, Mike?
I'm ready.
17th birthday is when I really ran into the greatest obstacle I've ever encountered.
A St. Louis area teenager who says he has Tourette's syndrome claims he was kicked off a Greyhound bus in Indianapolis because of his disability.
I got on the bus, and they made an announcement about my Tourette's syndrome. And earlier in line, a lady had heard me saying some inappropriate words, and she stood up and she said, "Well, how come he can say this word?"
With that, this Clayton High Jr., who turns 17 tomorrow, says he was kicked off the bus in Indianapolis.
So your tick was actually to say the N-word, right?
Yeah, at different times I was saying what would be the worst thing that I could possibly say in this moment. So, if I was around a fat person, I would want to take your fat. If I was around a black person, I would want to take the N-word.
So at the time, it was a nightmare. At the time, you were on a bus, and it seems like from this image, predominantly black, and then you said the N-word on the bus.
Yeah, to make a long story short, I had told the bus driver about my Tourette's before I got on, and then I got on the bus. Then I was taking it more, and obviously customers were complaining, and rightfully so. I mean, they had no idea what was going on. And then the bus driver, they, as I've gotten older, I actually thought the company dealt with it as well as they could. I mean, it's just a difficult situation. I mean, just because it's a medical disorder, although I don't see it the same way now, but of course at the time, what do you do? It's not, I don't think it's as simple as, oh, well, this person has a disability. They just have, can do whatever they want, carte blanche. Like, it's a very difficult thing, because I'm also saying something, sending people. Nothing bad happened. I was safe. It could have gotten very bad.
So you went, so did you, okay, so let me keep watching. So you're on a bus, and you said the N-word, and then people got mad at you. So that's the kind of.
Yeah, and ultimately,
UAV overhead.
So let me keep watching.
And ultimately, after a few.
Elliot says he was on his way home from youth camp when the incident happened. Elliot and his family say they've traveled all over the country and never been denied access to transportation. His family calls it a violation of the American Disabilities Act.
Up to that point.
So I appreciate that you guys all made it to like turned it to like a crusade here and went to the local news about it and stuff. Let me. I have
I'm ready.
Okay. I think you actually fake having Tourette's. Yeah, I think you actually don't have it.
I'm open to it. What did you think I had?
Well, let me just break it down. I think this is kind of a funny thing. I doubt this is what happened, but maybe you just called someone the N-word on the bus, and then you're like, oh no, I have Tourette's. Because what's interesting to me, and I know that's funny, but what's interesting to me is that you've made like a whole career being a motivational speaker about how you cured your Tourette's and stuff, and that's kind of become like a big part of your identity. But what's interesting is, as somebody with Tourette's, I actually have Tourette's. I know it's not curable, so I just find that claim to be absolutely a pseudoscientific, crazy claim that has no backing in science or at all. And I think you're actually, in my opinion, right, as someone with Tourette's, I think you're
First off, did you say you have Tourette's?
I do have Tourette's. I didn't know the crazy. Yeah, I know. That's why I was so surprised when you emailed me, because I was like, I have Tourette's. And I also fucking hate Andrew Tate. I've like talked like continually and openly, relentlessly about what a piece of shit he is and how much I hate him. And what's interesting too, Mark, is that I've also talked about how much I hate Keith and Nexium and what a psycho he is. So when I got your email, I was like, this is incredible, and I could totally see how it is you fell into a cult, because you clearly don't do any research.
You know, when I saw when I was watching one of your videos, I thought I saw you ticking, and so it did cross my mind. I said, I wonder if he has Tourette's.
Yeah, I do.
Why would you? That's so interesting. Why would you? Why would you think someone would fake it? That's a pretty messed up thing for someone to fake.
No, I agree, but you've made a good living from faking it, doing like motivational stuff and writing books and stuff like that, and it's just, as far as I know, and that's just a theory, right? Because I don't know. I mean, I just have Tourette's myself, but obviously I don't know anything about you, so it's just a theory. But I just think that you can't cure it, actually. And on your website, it says you overcame it, mind over body, and that's just not possible.
But that's why, I don't know if you remember what I just said 2 minutes ago, is that we've never claimed it's a cure.
Right. Well, let's see. If we pull up your website, well, when I started, you said you're 100% like over Tourette's, right? You did say that.
Yeah, well, I said that I don't think of it as I have Tourette's anymore.
Right, you don't have it anymore.
I guess what I could say is, yeah, the fact that you don't like Tate and you don't like Raniere is not a reason that I couldn't talk to someone. If anything, it's about, that's not the point of trying to find people that love him. It's if you can find people, even if somebody hates someone, the question is, do we believe that there should be due process in this country? And are we okay with government officials or FBI agents committing crimes to convict a man? Right. So by somebody not liking it,
but in the email,
by someone, but somebody not liking him is, if anything, is definitely better. I definitely did not research deeply every single person. Obviously,
at all. Well, yeah, you didn't look. You actually didn't look into it at all. Like the most basic. But let me break it down, Mark, because in a way, I see you as.
Well, just to be very.
Okay, go ahead.
Just to be very blunt.
Go ahead. Yeah, be blunt.
Yeah, you are right. I did not do research.
Yeah.
Someone that I know, who's Keith, currently he's been sitting in the SHU for over 200 days. So they're basically torturing a U.S. citizen while at the same time he has filed in the Eastern District of New York with 4 former FBI agents showing that the FBI tampered with digital evidence. And they're now escalating the torture, and they might ship him to what's known as a CMU.
Can I read an excerpt from your? Can I read an excerpt for you? It says, "Do you?" This is from your website. This is your website, right? MarkElliott.com.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you want to beat your Tourette's? I want to help you, but currently the government has threatened to put me in jail for being public about how I completely overcame my Tourette's with Nexium.
Yep.
So when you say completely overcame, I just assumed that meant like that you have a cure for it.
Yeah, I can address that in a second. We can talk about that. But the point is that
can you cure like bipolar or something? Can you cure like schizophrenia? Because that would be really good for a lot of people.
The reason, so because of how big the case is,
right.
And I'm reaching out to people that have influence.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that even though you might hate those people, and I didn't know the depth of how much you dislike them, but
yeah,
okay. Yeah. Is that there's something that we can agree upon? I thought at least
here's
that
something.
are we okay?
Well, we can all agree on photos. We can all agree on photos. Here's photos of his initials being branded into women who accused him of running a clandestine sex cult. Here's his initials branded into their skin. Here's an up close for you. It says his initials.
What's your point? That's not what I'm here to talk to you about.
Oh, my point?
The thing is, the point is,
right. No, that was just like a funsies thing.
Yeah, but the thing
is, just like a fun. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Why did he do this? Because if I'm curious, I want to ask you.
The thing is, if you're gonna say things, they need to be factual.
They're just kinky. They're just a little kinky.
But Keith Raniere didn't brand anyone.
Oh, right.
He's not even
coerced people. Yeah, so coercion's a crime, actually. I think coercion is. Sex trafficking usually happens through coercion, not by locking people to a radiator. So that, I think, is where we kind of get and actually, what's crazy is the jury agreed with me. 12 people agreed.
I had told you before. I know I had told you before.
Oh, and the appeal court.
Crime.
Oh, what's crazy is he appealed, and then the appeals court also upheld these 7 horrific charges against him. So that's like a lot of people.
I wasn't here.
Yeah, that's a lot of
like I had said, I had said to you in the very beginning is that I believe most of things are not true out there. That doesn't mean there isn't kernels of truth. I wanted to talk to you about something that I think is greater than Keith Raniere, the fact that we have evidence that shows that the FBI committed crimes.
Yeah, but the FBI is shitty. They do that kind of stuff. But even if we discount everything the FBI allegedly, or you say let's just assume for the sake of this conversation that they did do that, then you explain all these other charges. Like even if he didn't have child pornography on a hard drive, right? And let's just say he didn't do it. It was a conspiracy. Or maybe they changed the metadata. There's still racketeering, forced labor, wire fraud, sex trafficking, extortion. So do you know what I mean?
The thing is, look, this is the first time we've ever met Ethan.
Yeah.
I said to you that if you want to have more of an open, rational conversation, we can challenge things. In the first half of this, I talked to you about some of the facts that it sounded like you were agreeing with. I didn't realize that you were just trying to play me. The things that I said, I stand by. I don't need to change anything, even though now I know that I guess you were trying to have sort of a gotcha moment. But like I said, with the photos, the sex trafficking, which is a single sex act with no money exchange, these are things that if someone wants to have a conversation.
But you got to understand that no money exchange and him not doing it himself is kind of the quintessential of a cultish kind of racketeering, like manipulative, coercive act. Like he's not the first person, right? Like Charles Manson. Is Charles Manson guilty of murder? Well, answer that. Is Charles Manson guilty of murder? He never did anything.
I don't know. Never. I don't.
I'll explain it to you. I'll explain it to you. People say he was never deployed. His disciples went under his order or coercion to go and murder this family, right? And so his lawyer said, well, he didn't do anything. He wasn't even there. And so the question is, do you think Charles Manson is guilty? He was in jail right now for being involved in their murders. Even though he wasn't there, he never held a knife in his hand. You know what I mean? And no money was exchanged. He didn't even pay them to do it.
I have.
Oh, he's dead. That's a correction. Let me issue a factual correction.
No, this is what I would say. I don't know anything about the case. Obviously, I know of Charles Manson because it's been, he's a very popular name.
He's probably innocent too, right?
Well, I don't know. What I do believe, what I absolutely will stand by, is that I do think no matter how hated a person is, we should be absolutely open to questioning narratives. We should be able to question
I think part
witnesses. We should be able.
I think part of a redemption of people who are bad starts with them, coming to terms with what they've done.
But that's what I said from the get-go. I said I'm not on here to try to get you to like Keith Raniere. But you can. I don't know if you remember. I did say to you, you can think he's the devil. Remember when I said that? No, but my point is, if someone wants to believe that.
So you're saying we need to find the facts and the situations and come to just with our whole hearts and minds come to a rational decision.
Well,
let's just try.
Do you believe that there are certain Do you believe that it is okay under any circumstance for the government or government officials, whether it's a prosecutor, whether it's a judge, whether it's an FBI agent, to commit a crime, to convict?
Of course not. No, never. Good.
If we agree on that, Ethan, if you and I can agree on that, that's all that matters. I don't care.
That's very significant. I mean, we can both agree that Krispy Kreme donuts are great. That doesn't.
Why do you think?
That doesn't like wire fraud and racketeering.
Why do you believe that that's not significant?
Because it doesn't affect all the other unrelated crimes he was convicted of.
But I think that the part where we're just missing is that you keep making it about this case. What I'm saying is what I'm addressing affects every single case.
This is bigger than Keith.
Yeah, Keith is not bigger than the justice system. If you allow or you are okay permitting government officials to commit crimes, to convict even a hated person, what you ultimately are saying is that you believe that prejudice and hate are more important than justice.
Here's you and Keith. He has really nice skin. Fun.
The thing is, I'm trying to have a serious conversation.
No, I was just struck by his really nice skin. Did he ever drop?
I'm just saying out of respect. I'm trying to have a conversation with you about something that affects millions of people around the justice. Millions of people in the justice system and are affected by the justice system. This isn't about Keith. It is about Keith because this is the specific case and the specific evidence that we have. Do you mind if I take a moment and read some of the quotes from the FBI agents?
No, I don't want to do that. Let me ask you this. I don't even blame you because honestly, in a sense, you're kind of the victim of you know what I mean? Like you're part of this organization that clearly has some powerful hold over you. And I'm really sorry that you're involved in this. And I just, Keith is gone. He can't hurt you anymore. You know what I mean? You're free, bro.
I appreciate the, I do believe that I'm free.
Just walk through the door.
Well, what I can say, again, I reached out to you. I'm trying to talk about things that there's a lot of prejudice against talking about. You have a case that has international attention. It has a lot of hate, a lot of prejudice, and now we have that.
We're kind of, you've said that. Listen, I really do wish the best for you. And I'm sorry that you're dealing with all this stuff. It seems like you're going through a lot, and I just, I'm sorry, man. I don't know if anything, they have photos of you, like that was their thing, right? Keith had.
For anyone who's listening that wants to find out more, they can go to makejusticeblind.com and they can look at the evidence with respect to the FBI and what I've been talking about here.
This is the video, right? Evidence of historic FBI corruption. This is the one you're talking about.
Could we at least watch it?
One of the guys is Alan Dershowitz. He represented. He's Epstein lawyer.
Could we play it from the beginning? It's only 2 minutes.
You know what? I'll do that for you. We've been through a lot together. I'll play you the Dersh.
Well, no. I'm saying, can you play it from the beginning, which is the experts, which is actually what's most important.
Well, he is in this video, so I'm assuming he's an expert.
But he's under the section of advocates in the beginning of the 2-minute video. There's the whole section on experts. It's only 2 minutes. I'd be grateful if you play that at least.
He's an advocate. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
If this alleged FBI malfeasance turns out to be true, as our experts say it is, then this is really historic. This is really an attempt to frame somebody based on manipulation of data. That's just unacceptable in an American court and in the American legal system.
I'm the former United.
He's the man, bro. Alan Dersh.
But the thing is there a reason you can't play it from the beginning? It's only a minute.
I'm afraid that it's compelling, frankly. I don't want. No, I will play it. I'll play it. So these people. So these